Welcome
Music's on.
to another episode of Two Whites and a Blue. My name is Jordan here with Will and Mike. What did you spend your money on last week?
YouTube's gonna ban us. Get that music
Yeah. I bought some shit today.
Did you buy that shit today?
Yeah, I bought this.
I like that coat. I haven't even seen it. I've only
Yeah.
seen the inside of it, but it looks nice.
Yeah, well, I was like, I needed, my work pants were fucked.
Yeah.
Like, they were ripped fucking asshole to crotch. Like,
Oh yeah.
but they're insulated so I could fuck it.
Right.
Like, it was
You blew up the crotch on your work pants?
a long time ago.
Oh, you did?
But they're insulated so you can't see my gitch.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just fuck it. But it's embarrassing. And then today we were pulling wire and I was feeding, and my foreman just goes, fucking just put a shitload of wire grease on my ass, like just on my ass. Like,
Yeah.
He was just like throwing it at me because I was
Uh-huh.
standing on top of a transformer and he just whipping shit at me. Like, and I'm just sitting like, they're all laughing, like snickering in the back. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on? I'm like, put my hand up, just so much.
Oh, there's a
fucking-
hole in your pants.
I'm like, no, because I was just like, I was like, what the, because I fell, like, what the fuck is that? It's like a handful of fucking
That's not
wiry
gonna wash out either.
I'm like, oh my motherfucker! But they were fucked anyway, and like so I went and got a thanks.
You just threw them in the Goodwill dumpster.
Nah, I mean I'll keep them. They're insulated, so I keep them if I need them. But nah, I went and got my whole plan was to go get a pair of like work pants.
You go to Mark?
Yeah, which is the selection's minimum, but it's easy. It's close.
They gotta be having killer sales now because they haven't like made a
They do.
retail store.
Yeah, they do.
You know
Like,
what I
but
mean? Like they've been profitable in how long?
the pants were like $60, which is pretty good.
Mark's
for,
is
like,
pretty good, I think.
They
Usually
are, but they're
Carhartts
not,
are like
right?
that
The Carhartt.
expensive.
So the Carhartt, I looked at them. I tried them on.
Sells Carhartt?
Yeah,
Wow.
they're the pants though. I tried them on. Fucking shit.
Yeah.
What they had, I hated them.
Why?
Do you want to
Just
comment on that? Because you're
too big?
you're a Carhartt apologist.
He's wearing
enthusiast.
Carhartt right now.
Yeah, but pants though.
Yeah, I had the overalls, which are fucking dope.
The-
Like, I don't think they're so thick. Like they're never gonna
that was
tear.
the problem. There's no give, and I
Yeah.
know they're not going to break in. Like I can
Yeah,
just
no,
tell.
they definitely won't.
I've gone through like a pair, like tons of work pants in my life, and it's
Yeah.
like these are exactly what I don't want. I want them because I like Carhartt, but I can't justify spending $100 on a
That's-
pair of
yeah.
pants that suck ass. The pockets were shit.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm like, oh, okay, these I can't use. Like they're just like what they were. Like they're not for what I use.
I
Like,
haven't heard anyone say anything sucks ass in probably 15 years.
Well, there you
It
go.
Shit
sucks
fucking
ass.
bites, man.
Yeah, that shit does bite. Can't wait to tell someone to get bent.
These pants suck ass.
They're just like, fuck these. And then I tried on a pair of Dakotas and they were like money.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I was trying on the same pair of fucking insulated pants that I had today. I was gonna get those as well. But they were just too big because they don't have much selection there.
No.
Like that's the problem. They don't have too much. They have I don't know. They just have brands and then they have like a shelf.
Of that
For a
brand.
brand.
Yeah.
And
Which
like
marks
half
which marks did you go
The
to?
one in Watertown.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Because I'm thinking about the one on like I guess it'd be Wentworth, Tim Hortons, and
See,
Toys
that-
You
R
didn't go to
Us
the one
and
on
National.
Wentworth?
See the
No,
thing.
but like
is-
aren't they all about the same size? Like it's a pretty big
It's a
store.
big store.
big,
It's a
yeah.
big store, but like what I'm saying is like they have a shelf. They have a lot of shit,
Mhm.
but they have brands. Like they have like a shelf per brand or whatever. And then I was like looking, and then like half the shelf is just like a fucking like a row of T-shirts. I'm like,
Yeah.
hang those up, man. I'm looking for pants.
Mm-hmm.
And then fucking so I'm so I was trying on.
The audacity.
It's Mike in the comment box after he's writing on the card.
I was pissed.
Looking for
And I'm like, I
pants.
tried these on, so I tried on like a few pairs of pants. They're all shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like I had a pair of these pants before, and they ripped, but I think they were too
They
small.
fucking ripped.
But
Like,
they were fucking ripped. They were rip zone pants.
Holy
They were
shit.
sick, and
Yeah,
they
I can
came with a
imagine.
Firefly coat.
Oh,
Are you,
that's so
are you a Rip
sick.
Zone guy or an
I was. I got
an
a
extreme guy?
I was rip zone for
Rip
sure.
zone
I had a
for sure.
Rip,
You could
rip
set
zone
such a
coat.
surfer, dude.
Fuck, dude.
Or
Look,
Randy River.
constantly hanging 10. Like people ask me what's up, man. I'm like high five. I'm like I'm hanging 10.
Rip
Like,
zone.
I can't do it. Negative.
I'm ripping curl right now.
That's it. Ripping curl, yeah, dude. I'm riding that.
Mm.
But then I was like, hey, fuck Carhartt pants, like for this, like for what I use them for, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're like probably more carpenters.
Without
just
looking
saying,
at the
'cause mine
logo,
are
can you spell
heavy.
Carhartt?
Carhart.
T.
Two T's.
Fuck it.
Damn.
Like the stock.
I like the stock.
That's all I can say.
Are they publicly traded?
No, they're fucking owned by. I think they're owned by the same people that own like Timbaland and I think VF Corp. I think
We
owned.
gotta be able to get a piece of that.
Well, then that's the other thing
Better
too.
make
Like Timberland is like solid for work.
You
Shit.
you got Timberland boots at the door. You know?
Yeah, but those are like I wouldn't wear those unless I was working at the Commons.
Yeah, I was gonna say unless you're working in a kitchen.
But like no, like Timberland like work boots are solid as shit. They're like expensive, but it's like I always think about that. Like I was like I had this shirt, I like the shirt.
I like that shirt a lot.
And I was looking, I was like, do I just get like I don't want to fucking get Carhartt now. It's like
I know.
in now. Like
I know.
Is Mike? You think he's a front pocket guy? I don't think I've ever seen Mike with the front pocket.
I think so.
Have you?
I've got a couple shirts with
Dude.
I think so. I think more so than I am.
Do you consider yourself a front pocket
I
guy?
never really thought about it. I just never really cared.
There's only a couple
It's
varieties.
always nice having a pocket.
but
It
you're
is
never
always
going
nice to
to
have a
use that
pocket.
pocket.
What?
You're never going to use that pocket.
But
Depends what I'm doing.
Fucking man.
It's exactly depends what I'm doing.
Oh,
If I'm
you're-
if I'm gonna wear the shirt to
So
work and I
now,
can put
now I'm at the table with a front pocket guy and a flat pencil guy.
the flat pencils.
I'm in over my
Carpenter,
head.
carpenter
I'm in
pencils,
over
buddy.
my head.
Yeah, you're not going
Forget
this one.
about it. Forget
You
about
are.
it.
See,
Yeah.
But
he's
Forget I brought
transitioning.
it
He's
up.
transitioning to blue
Yeah,
collar.
Yeah.
forget about it.
He's like
This
light.
one
He's
has
light
a-
blue.
This has a pencil pocket. You see that?
So,
I do, it's
so
like-
do
it's
my
like a-
pants.
it's like
My
a
fucking
polo.
my
Yeah.
pants that I got. That's why I was fired up. I was wearing them. Obviously I'm wearing them. Like want them to fit good. I'm like, okay, what do I got for pockets?
What's the accessories?
What's
on
going
this
on with these? Like, I gotta
Yeah.
put my knife here, put my Tweety here, put my fucking pencils and Sharpies here. I'm like,
thing?
fuck, these pants are money.
Yeah, fuck
And they're
it, you don't-
reinforced pockets. I'm like,
Oh yeah. Do you rock a tool belt that work too?
fuck no.
No.
You keep a multi-tool,
no.
pocket multi-tool.
I have a multi-driver.
What do you got? What's the brand?
That's the
It's
difference.
a Milwaukee. A multi-tool, like a fucking Swiss Army.
Oh, I thought you meant a
Multi-tool.
multimeter.
Multi-tools are like the knife, driver.
It's like the things you steal at a car. Right?
Pincher.
No, fuck no. I just have each of those.
You gotta get
tools.
like the CRKT.
Those are- that
That's
would
like if you're
work.
going on like surviving out in the wild.
You
for,
can't
like, 10
survive with
days.
that, but you would look really cool on a job site with it.
Yeah, you would
I don't
definitely get
think
made
so.
fun of a
Yeah.
lot.
You
No,
use the
what?
pliers. Your pliers fold in half. And
Yeah,
you
you
use
get made
them.
fun of so much.
They don't fold. They just.
Yeah, they do. They
It's like
fold
you gotta
out.
grab a tough.
Wait a minute. I think I got what we need. What do you want? You just like open
Those
it all
little
up.
scissors
Yeah.
that fold
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
CRKT knives are really cool, and I was working at the pawn shop. But in retrospect, they're basically the worst of all worlds. It's just that you get it all in
You just
one
have it
tool.
all.
Yeah.
You just have
Yeah, yeah.
utility, but it's like the
Yeah.
shittiest of shit tools.
If you get a Phillips screw that needs getting, I can hit it. As long as it's not at all stripped, it's gotta be pristine.
it's gonna be
It
straight.
has to be one of these. It can only be like a tiny dinky
Yeah,
little one
yeah.
that's like doesn't
Terminal
really touch.
driver.
That's
Yeah.
It's gotta be just absolutely untouched, unscathed.
But no, man, I was fucking in there. Like that is like when I'm shopping for shit like that, I'm like enjoying shopping.
Right.
Like, 'cause I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
okay.
fuck yeah.
Like thinking about just like practical uses as opposed to like what does it look like? How do I?
Yeah,
look at
yeah,
it?
yeah.
I hate that shopping. When I'm shopping for tools and work shit, I'm like, oh, this is my fucking shit.
You won't wear that shirt to work though.
I wear it to work in maybe. Like I go to like side jobs and shit.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't. I gotta wear fucking
What size is it? Medium?
medium. I put on a
Big,
large.
eh?
That's a
They're
medium?
huge.
Swimming.
I know they're huge.
I'm swimming in
They're
this.
huge.
Wow.
Huge.
Yeah.
But I was like looking at other shit because I was like looking at long sleeve shirts, $100. I'm like, fuck out of here with that. But no, I was like, I did see a meme that I liked. It was like
At
everybody
Mark's,
loved-
they had
at
memes?
Mark's had memes there. It was Mark's
That's the
Warehouse
change room. They hang out.
at
That's
Mark's
cool.
Warehouse Instagram account, meme account.
No, isn't,
How to reach the kids.
It'd be more yourself. It was like Works Merc Warehouse.
yeah.
Yeah, Mark's Wong's warehouse.
Works Merc Warehouse.
Yeah.
Check out these memes.
Yeah. But it was like, it was good. It was just like, everybody likes to wear Carhartt until it's time to do Carhartt shit.
I saw that.
It's
Yeah.
perfect.
So we
It's
all
so
saw
perfect.
that meme.
Perfect.
What is Carhartt shit?
Nowadays, it's being a hipster, but
I
drinking
hate I'm like,
craft beer and
fuck,
shit.
It's so fucked.
I think it was like that meme where it's like, what is this? The anime guy with the
I love
butterfly.
That meme. The butterfly anime guys is one of my favorite.
It was
memes.
like this, but
Is
the
this?
butterfly meme was the Carhartt hat. I was like, is this a personality?
Yeah, it's so good. I was like looking at the
Very
twos
good.
too because they're fucking these twos. Like I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, can't.
I have one.
I
I
know you
ordered it
do.
a while ago. And I'm like, fuck. Like I feel stupid even wearing this now.
Everybody's
You know?
wearing
Yeah,
this.
everyone has
Oh
one.
my
Carhartt and Supreme had a collab.
Pretty much.
So
Do they?
yeah,
They're on
So,
par with
yeah.
a different world.
that's streetwear. That's streetwear.
They're on par with different. I'm like sitting there like, wait, what the fuck? Like our buddy Sean, though, when I saw him last Saturday, he was wearing a Carhartt shirt, and I was like, okay, that is what a Carhartt shirt's supposed to look like. It's fucked
Fucked
up. He's working in it. I'm like,
Yeah.
and he's just that's he's up north. He's a fucking arborist up north.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that is what it is.
Is
I'm
he
like,
just aging it though? Or is Carhartt shirts?
I don't think. I
Yeah,
don't
Carhartt
think
yeah.
shirts are like they're like chucks. You
He's
gotta
just sitting
age
there
them,
just
or-
rubbing it on trees and
Tony
fucking trying
Bonner's
to make
truck.
it.
No, but he's not. But he's
Yeah.
using it. It's naturally.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like that, and then like people wear it. I'm like, I don't even want to. Like, I like it,
I know.
but I'm like, I can't. I don't want to get it now.
But you gotta
It's
get
so
like
annoying.
the heavier shit, because like you can get like, because they sell Carhartt on Amazon heavy, like on Amazon Prime heavy, so you can get it like in 2 days. But like you gotta buy like the heavyweight. Like the sweater that I have is like heavyweight. It's like it doesn't look that sick, but it's like actually warm and like kind of like it's the same. It's exactly the same as Sean's, where it's like heavyweight. It's actually like for
That's the shit that
so to be used, and so it's like buy one once and then never wear it. And
that's why I bought this too. So I was like, so I bought a coat as well. I'm like, end of season, fucking, I'm getting a winter coat.
Is it a winter coat?
Yeah, well, yeah. The coat. Yeah, it's the fucking warmest coat I have.
That's this fucking thing too. My mom got for Christmas. It's so fucking heavy. It's like
this isn't that heavy.
Oh no.
Do you think
it's good enough
those
for
coats? Do you think those coats are warmer than like my North Face jacket?
I bet you this is.
You think?
I bet you it is. Feel how fucking heavy this is.
I don't know if mine is or not. Like that's a winter jacket though, right?
It's pretty heavy. Yeah.
Like your North Face jacket's like a winter jacket.
Bernie?
Like a
yeah.
Is it like a boarding jacket?
Let's see yours. I will say both jackets heavier than I thought they would be.
They're fucking.
Will's is a little heavier, but also Will's is like a different exterior fabric. But they both have the liner.
The liner is like I look for that.
The
like
North Face jacket's like all liner.
It's all liner. Yeah. There's like
it's very warm.
Little
very warm.
Yeah.
But it's also not, the material is not super heavy. It's
I would bet
liner.
this is warmer than your North Face jacket, but I guarantee North Face makes warmer jackets than this.
Sure. Yeah. Well, they're fucking for like winter.
Yeah, exactly.
I think everybody last year, 2 years ago, whenever I got that coat, it was last winter. They had a big sale on that style of jacket down from like $450, $200.
Oh fuck yeah!
Everywhere I look, so I bought one.
Yeah.
And it's been okay so far.
Why not? North Face is the same shit, the same category as Carhartt. They make shit for like
what it is,
what it's made for, like for a purpose. It's not just like a lifestyle brand. Like Carhartt makes shit for blue collar to do work in.
Yeah.
You know, North Face made shit for climbers and like sleeping on the side of a fucking mountain in a bevy. You know, like it's like shit for that and like tents and shit.
Write that down. What time is it right now? 12 o'clock. This or 12 minutes. This is episode 69, I think. Nice. First time we've used the word bevy on the show.
I knew that was gonna when they do like these kind of bevies.
Sitting on the side of a cliff, having
drinking a bevy. That's what North Face for.
Where are you? Halfway up Mount Everest and enjoying a bevy. My North Face coat, my Carhartt pants, and my tube.
But that's what I mean, though. And then all of a sudden, like it became like Drake started wearing like North Face coats and shit. So everyone like wants to wear like a coat.
Is that what happened?
Like, North Face, the 3 stripes, yeah. And I don't know how Carhartt became so popular.
I don't fucking either.
It was like huge, like in like the hip hop scene in the '90s. That was like
it
big? Yeah, Carhartt. Yeah, like Drake.
It looked dope.
It looked dope. It was like heavyweight. They're all about like the military type.
It was these. They look fucking like I missed that shit.
Have you seen this picture of the Up in Smoke tour from the year 2000, 2001? It's Eminem, Dre, Snoop Dogg, and Ice Cube. Ice Cube.
I got a feeling that was my background at one point.
Ice Cube looks.
The classic picture.
I don't know. With the 4 of them?
Yeah.
And like Ice Cube.
The fucking Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost.
But Ice Cube is smiling.
And then fucking.
Oh yeah.
Ice Cube is smiling in the picture.
He's smiling.
The other guys are like posing like this, and Ice Cube's like. And he looks like he's about 15.
He's probably also so big.
I don't know. He's
probably also trying out for like those fucking kids movies.
That's what people on Reddit are going like. This guy finished the Up in Smoke tour. And then went right into either Barbershop or Are We There Yet?
Are We There Yet?
Never looked back.
He's sitting there.
He's a Disney star now.
He's like, yo, I'm fucking rich.
He's
probably not pissed anymore because he's fucking.
That's exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Like, why would I be upset anymore? I'm fucking millionaire.
Yeah,
finally, I grew up in the ghetto and now I'm fucking breaded as shit.
I don't have to be hard anymore. Yeah,
not even 20.
It's incredible. The Up in Smoke tour.
I'm going to Disney.
Think about the songs. Think about the songs you guys are doing. The Up in Smoke tour. It's probably NWA stuff.
Fuck yeah, 100%.
Eminem was doing his thing. Bitch Please.
Scary shit.
Bitch Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Eminem
wasn't even smoking. He was just in the bathroom doing pills.
Yeah.
Getting all fucking sad and
like
crazy at the same time.
Ice Cube and NWA did that song, Hello. Remember that song?
No.
And the hook is like, I started this gangster shit, and this the motherfucking thanks I get. And it was like all those guys from NWA. But that's one of the absolute dirtiest, hardest songs I've ever heard in my life. And then after that, he was doing kids movies.
Are We There Yet? Yeah, I know, 100%.
Same movies. Like one's in the house, one's in the car.
Yeah.
What is that from?
Tube steak. Not like fucking that shit. Like, but like what they were wearing back then was, it's like, in my opinion,
A lot of allure.
It's not, in my opinion, means nothing in style, but like for what I prefer, that's what's up. In my opinion, I love like big fucking. You know, they look. That's gangster to me.
Yeah.
That's fucking gangster.
I think Prodigy's line was Tim Boots and Army certified suits.
Yeah, fucking that's Mob D.
Yeah.
I'm rocking Tim Boots and
Army certified suits.
Army certified.
Yeah,
suits. I showed Mike a
black.
picture today of
Yeah.
on Reddit absolute units, and it's Fat Joe and Big Pun on the
Oh, big boys.
There's about 60 buttons visible.
Dude, both suits hanging below the knees.
It's
Suit jackets. It's fucking
unbelievable.
badass.
It's an unbelievable.
Dude, it's jokes as Fat Joe like dwarfs Big Pun.
It was like 20 years ago. It wasn't even that long.
Like
those
Fat
guys.
Joe, Fat Joe is fucking huge, and Big Pun was fat as
The
shit.
Big Pun definitely got fatter than Fat
But
Joe.
Fat Joe was big. Like he was tall, man. He's fucking huge, man. He's a unit.
Now he's like average Joe. He's like slim down.
Yeah.
He'd never be Slim Joe.
Slightly.
It was from Fat Joe to average.
Stretch
Joe.
marks.
Yeah.
He sets the bar for what average is, I guess.
But Big
In the
Pun just like
States.
died from like heart
Yeah.
failure. He just got too
No
fucking
shit.
It was
fat.
like $5 man. He was fucking huge.
Yeah,
but it doesn't matter. He fucking heavyweight in real life, heavyweight on the bike.
These
dude.
guys are making their suits out of the same things that like people are making horse saddles out of.
Yeah.
These guys are not small.
And they're
dudes,
probably
man.
down as fuck.
And
with
they're
that.
probably like
100%.
500 grand minimum.
Exactly.
There's a
Yeah.
whole album, though.
Armani
Yeah.
suits that are just jokes. Like
Yeah.
imagine buying a suit
Fat
that
jokes.
like I'm about like for your wedding, I'm about to spend like a lot of money on a suit.
Give me $1,000.
That's a good amount of money,
Yeah.
and from our perspective,
Yeah,
right on a suit.
for sure.
And I want it to fit perfectly. These guys are like, yo, make it huge.
Imagine.
Oh yeah, dude, I want the pants to be boot cut.
I
want
my
flare it
Tim's
out.
on.
Flare it out
Tim's
to
on
knees.
under
Like fucking
Yeah.
Charlie Murphy when he goes to fucking Prince's house and shit.
Yeah.
The suits he's wearing, it's just hilarious. Like they look terrible.
Yeah,
But
oh,
like
so
for some reason they look so decent on them. They look so good on those
It
guys.
was an artifact of a time, right?
The NBA draft suit.
Amazing.
It's great.
Yeah. The LeBron's NBA draft suit, the tan suit on a 6'9" high school kid. That's incredible.
Not fitted, like fucking.
Not fitted.
They all shot that big and tall.
100%.
Went to Big Ed's Big
Not tailored whatsoever. That's like
No.
the
I
reason
pay more.
I like it. Yeah, I like it so much. I like it so much because I could never pull it off.
Fuck
Like
no.
those guys could just pull it up. It looks absurd, but like
You could if you
for
wanted.
some reason in the same breath, it's like, but they kind of make it look pretty good. I don't
And there's
know
also
what it
like
is.
that guy's doing it, that guy's doing it, that guy's doing it. They're all fucking doing
They
it,
all look the same.
and they're all famous as fuck,
And
and
they're
they're all
all-
hard as
They're
fuck.
big.
Yeah.
They're big.
Yeah, they're big.
dudes.
Yeah.
Man. Fucking
Yeah,
like
imagine Fat Joe
bench
getting like
pressing
a
on the front
tailor
yard.
suit.
Oh my god.
Like
he looked
what
brutal.
did he look like? He
He
looked like a
looked like shit.
penguin.
It was like a Roblox character.
Yeah,
He looked
exactly.
fucking-
You
but
can't.
Like Fat Joe, like he would have to do that anyway. Like
Yeah.
he couldn't get it. Never.
No matter what suit
He did
had.
shed a bunch of weight. I don't know how much he weighs now. But
Yeah,
it's
but
not
his
recently.
face
It's
is like looks mildly normal.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a fucking cone head though.
Did he ever play
Yes.
when he plays in Celebrity All Star Game? We'll know that he's lost.
Is he
all
playing?
the weight.
Really?
They
Is
don't
he
have
even
it.
a
They're not
celebrity
going to have it
anymore?
this year. The Celebrity All Star Game doesn't have actual celebrities.
Fat Joe.
Kevin Hart was in it.
Fat Joe's a big name.
Kevin Hart sucks. He's
I
not
fucking
funny.
I think Kevin Hart sucks too.
Yeah.
He's just fucking. What's the word? He's not. He's like when it comes to comedy, it seems like he's obviously super fucking talented.
He's a
comedian.
personality.
Yeah,
It
but
applies
he's
to the
like,
masses.
yeah, exactly. Which is like
The lowest common denominator.
Yeah, which is like the comedy's okay.
That's
I mean, it's
okay.
fine, but like I don't. When I see a new special for Kevin Hart, I'm like, but like there's no way you can
He does
deny the
specials,
man's
I didn't
hilarious.
know
Yeah,
that.
he does.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But he does them in like stadiums. And
Yeah,
like,
oh,
you know, I'm
fuck
like,
yeah.
oh, okay, man, we get it. You're
Who's
fucking
funny?
famous.
Yeah.
If who wins the bracket like in the death match between Kevin Hart and Dane Cook for worst stadium comedian? Who wins?
I like Dane Cook a lot.
Do
I
you?
think
I
I'd
fucking
rather
think
watch
Dane
Dane
Cook is
Cook,
hilarious.
It's because I grew up on it, but that was probably the first special I heard. Him and Russell Peters back at the island. When
I
fucking-
think Dane Cook was for me for sure.
Original RP, absolutely
Amazing.
Oh,
holds
so
up.
people
Holds
still
up.
quote that
Yeah,
shit.
it
Fucking
holds
15
up.
years ago.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It holds up.
Nah, like Dane Cook for me. I don't know what it is. I think like the shit that Kevin Hart talks about is just it's very like mass, like on
Yeah.
the media, and like maybe I don't know. I could be wrong.
Like you can put your 7-year-old son in front of Kevin Hart. He'd be like, "Oh, funny, like that's jokes."
Yeah.
You know?
He says like "fuck" a bit, but like.
They'd be the same.
But the shit that Dane Cook talks about, I don't know what it was. It was very topical. Like it was super jokes.
I remember him. He did a bit. This was like 2006, maybe or 7. Like I was in university when this happened. He was doing a bit on like the Karen thing. It was the first Karen
What?
bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart did that?
No, Cook.
Oh yeah, really? Eh?
Yeah.
I thought that was a thing in like the last couple.
Yeah,
of
but
years.
before it was like a meme.
Yeah.
Everybody always knew about that, but like he always do shit like fucking like he would just like he would just relate to you and like a thing like when there's a car crash happening or something. He's like, oh, you're like fucking like come on, please, like you just want to hear the crash, and, like you always did, and then he would just go off from there about like things that you would think like. Fuck shit! I'm not wearing shoes. It's a car crash. You just go.
Oh yeah.
shit like that. Like he would go. He was super exaggerated, but he was fucking.
For sure. That's exactly what they are, like animated.
Yeah, and he's fucking super funny, man.
How old
like,
is that guy now?
He's old. He looks a lot.
He's dating like a
different.
19-year-old.
Not surprised.
Dane Cook.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, but he was his own lane of comedy, but he was huge, and like,
Huge.
like that's what happens.
Dane's
Like,
Lane podcast.
when you get like that famous, I guess like Kevin Hart and Dane Cook, like with the levels they were at, like differently than Dave Chappelle was, because Dave Chappelle just stayed doing like dark comedy.
Yeah.
Can you remember a time like
But he's huge.
you might be the comedy guy at the table. Do you remember a time Dave Chappelle was not top of the comedy world?
Never.
As soon as I knew his
Yeah.
name, he was like the cream of the crop.
Well,
He's
I remember
never really-
watching Dave, like the Chappelle show when it first came out, and
Right.
not even really knowing that this guy even did stand up, you know?
Yeah.
Or like see like the monologue at the beginning and like the shit between, but I never would be like, oh, I should go check this guy's special out. I think I was in like grade 7,
Yeah.
maybe. You
No.
know?
Me
I was like,
neither.
this is a fucking joke show, and that was about the end of it.
It was fucking so good. I
That was
love how
so
that was
fucking
like
good.
our like I don't know teens.
That was
Yeah,
that was
early
like the
teens.
introduction to comedy for a lot of people.
For sure,
for
definitely.
me, for sure.
That Trailer Park Boys.
Oh yeah,
From like
yeah.
a handful of other shows that were just like
For us, huh? The
unbelievably
Simpsons.
funny.
I don't know how
I don't know.
Carla had Russell Peters at the island somehow, like on her
Carla, a
MP3
friend of ours,
player.
a friend of ours,
MP3
Carla.
player. I don't know how the fuck she had it, but it was like,
Audio only?
yeah,
I had that.
Yeah,
I had it on
fuck
my iPod.
yeah,
The whole
yeah.
special.
You
Yeah.
had a comedy album on your
On my iPod, yeah, downloaded from LimeWire for
That's
sure.
you had a special on your iPod. If you guys you ever heard a comedy album?
Yeah, it's like the same thing.
Mm,
Well, it's an album, but it's just it's not video.
like Adam Sandler has a couple of comedy
Oh,
albums.
that's like
Yeah. Well,
Where
that's
it's
like, yeah.
where it's like
like Weird Al
Tenacious D.
Yankovic.
like old Cheech and Chong
Whore,
style.
where
like,
are
it's
you,
like minute
whore?
bits.
It's like
Yeah.
skits, but
Yeah,
like
they're jokes.
yeah,
That is
true.
jokes. Get out here, whore.
Yeah.
No, yeah, fucking that. Yeah, that's different. But like, I don't even like. Could you even remember like the first stand-up comedy you watched?
Yeah, it was
Seinfeld.
Eddie Murphy, Delirious.
Maybe for me too, actually.
Because I remember it was my first year of university. I was living in my cousin's basement,
Delirious.
and he was like, "Here's like a ton of DVDs."
I think
Because
I might have. You might even have shown me that. That might have
Maybe.
been my first one too.
'Cause
You
I didn't-
had it.
I didn't have the internet down there for the first couple of weeks, and he's just like, "Here's like all the DVDs we have," and it was Delirious on DVD, and I was like, "Oh fuck yeah!"
I remember. Yeah, I think for sure that might have been the first one I watched. You just showed me it because you had a DVD.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
watched it, and I was fucking smitten.
I
Fuck
still
yeah.
haven't seen that.
Dying.
No?
I still haven't seen that. No.
Man, you have to
I know
watch
of it. Like I
Yeah.
know the significance of
It
it.
is
but
the
I've never
it's
seen
so fucking jokes, man. And that actually reminds me because I said Charlie Murphy, and I was watching a video today, just like a stupid little interview with Eddie Murphy. Probably the dopest fucking haircut I've ever seen.
yeah.
Guy's got like the
Can't be
the
recent.
eraser top haircut,
Yeah.
High top
but it's
fly.
like cut.
Yeah,
Here, like cut like a third of the way through and like angled out. It's like the most G like side part. I've
Yeah,
ever
like
seen.
Big Daddy Kane a little
It's
bit.
like you could no. You have to be a certain persona to be able to do that.
Right.
Like imagine like
Well,
being
not
like
every
that.
barber could just do that anyways.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's probably like a fucking $1,000 haircut.
I listened
Yeah.
to there's a podcast listed to Tony Kornheiser's show. The guy does PTI and some other stuff for ESPN, and he has like this film critic on once in a while. And today they were talking about Coming to America,
Oh yeah.
and
I watched that recently.
And
the
the two-
first one.
the two of them, these like old white folks. Like I'm not talking like 50. I'm talking Kornheiser's got to be 72 or 73 years old,
Holy fuck.
and he's like Eddie Murphy was the most famous man in the world for 2 years
Yeah,
in the 80s,
for sure.
Fuck.
and
Yeah.
it wasn't close. You can talk about Muhammad Ali, you can talk about
Yeah,
Gretzky, you can talk about Jordan, but like for a couple of years, Eddie Murphy was the most famous guy on the planet.
It was like him and maybe Michael Jackson.
They said they
He
both
was
agreed.
like-
They're like it was him. It was Eddie Murphy.
he's-
And they also said like if anyone else tried to make Coming to America with all those dumb like black jokes, with, like the outfits with like the beads and feathers and all that.
Fuck it. It was so over the top.
They would put the guy on the cross. Guess what? He just did it again.
I know.
Again.
Yeah.
Like he's untouchable
Yeah, he
in a
is.
way that a lot of people don't realize.
For sure, which is so weird because like you grow up and it's like, oh, Dr. Doodle, this is the guy. This is the fucking
It's the
guy.
same thing with
Yes.
fucking. It's the same thing with fucking Tool Time and Tim Allen.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You see that guy like on that little fucking show? He's all fucking like G-rated.
What
And
is
you
that-
see
what's
his
that show,
stand up
Home
and it's
Improvement?
fucking brutal, huh?
Home
Improvement,
Improvement,
right?
Yeah, Home
yeah,
Improvement. Yeah. Like on that show, he's like G-rated, super like it's on
It's just
after
like your
school.
fucking family dad, right?
Tim
Like,
Allen's stand-up was good.
It's oh my
I
god,
haven't
it's
seen it.
fucking.
I didn't even know the guy was a
Ruthless.
comedian.
He's
Ruthless.
a
He's
comedian.
I didn't know that. He's like a
Fucked up.
sitcom
I haven't
actor.
seen it. I should watch
that
it.
guy. He's
Really?
fucking likes to party.
You gotta watch it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Sure. All those guys are 80s
It's
comedians.
Yeah, true.
Because you grow up seeing these guys on the screen, you're like, oh, that's fucking, like Bill Cosby's a perfect fucking example. He's
Yeah.
America's dad, let alone he's fucking raping people.
Yeah.
Left, right, and center.
You know what I mean? Like you just think, it's like you think, oh, not like everybody. And the best part about it was, when that shit was going down, everyone was like, no, not him, no way, because we saw him on TV. He was,
Exactly. Yeah.
He was portraying this perfect person, and he was
in the
so
Jello.
not
I
that,
thought,
right? Like,
he would never do that.
crazy. And then you see like Eddie Murphy's a good example, Tim Allen's a good example. Fucking not really Seinfeld. What's the guy from the Kids Say the Darndest Thing? Bob Saget.
Bob
Oh, Bob
He's
Saget, for
fucking
sure.
super
He's
foul
smutty.
mouthed.
He's
It's
as
great.
He's as blue as they get.
It's awesome, man. That's like to me that's my favorite shit.
Man, you know that George Carlin was in a show that was on YTV after school?
Oh my god.
You didn't
Really?
know that?
I want to say
George,
I did know
George
that.
Carlin was the
Like an actual reoccurring. Like
But
a
it was
main
kinda
actor?
dark.
Really?
It wasn't dark.
No?
George Carlin was the man who lived inside the jukebox on Shining Time Station.
Never
Check
heard
that
of
shit out one day. Yeah,
What the fuck?
that's a deep cut.
Motherfucker needed
George
a
Carlin.
paycheck, eh?
George Carlin.
Oh, definitely.
Wow.
Back then, because like I mean, you got to think too. Like back
The guy
then,
Sticking to the man with
That
the
guy
can
went
of bills.
from that
eh?
guy went from shit, piss, fuck, ass, bitch, and pussy to
Yeah.
taking coins on a kid show.
And, like,
Unbelievable.
Like just like
You
rebelling.
guys didn't
against
know
the
that? You
system
guys are
and
not that
shit.
much younger than me. That show was on TV when I was like probably 8 or 9.
Wasn't a YTV guy. Family
Man.
Channel guy.
I was a
Hey.
YTV guy, but
We didn't have Family Channel when we were
Oh,
growing
no?
up. No, it wasn't.
I was
totally-
I was YTV when I was young, and then we switched to family, but like
no commercials. How
no
could you
commercials, and the shows were actually pretty decent. Like you got like Smart
not?
Guy,
The Weekenders.
The Weekend,
Never
Smart
saw
Guy.
Smart Guy.
Smart Guy was
Smart Guy was-
Smart
Weekenders
Guy.
on ABC.
I would watch Smart Guy today and probably still
It's
find
on
it
Disney
funny.
Plus.
That shit is jokes. Like
It's
that
so
shit is
fucking-
fucking
yeah.
funny because it's like there's adult humor in there too, man. Like a lot.
Listen,
Go, Tom.
we're 30 minutes in. There's people who listen to this podcast for market content. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not sure how much market content you're gonna get tonight
we all got smoked.
because I'm poor. Will's
We got
poor.
smoked.
Mike's poor.
This is the first like
Lost
real
money
hard,
all week.
real hard like time. I've
Lost
had.
money all week.
Really? I didn't,
I'm-
I didn't notice.
I bought.
But I'm looking.
I
like,
bought
you
Square.
gotta look.
I bought Square 3 days ago
Uh-huh.
on what I thought was a nice 10% dip. It dipped 9, 7, and 4.
That
next
because
3
you
days.
fucking just shook out those paper hands and sold.
No, I kept it. I'm not getting rid of Square.
You got it. Like,
Fuck that.
my
Square,
thing
I love
was like,
Square.
I was looking at it. I was just like pissed because I'm like, so like all that money I made, I'm up. I lost like 15%.
gone.
Like what I was like, all I look at is like what I'm up in percentage wise.
Yeah,
I just was up like 24%. Now I'm up 8% overall. I'm like, that's a lot. Because at that point, when all that money I gained, I just considered it mine.
yeah.
And I was like, all right,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
this is my zero line now.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm like,
Counting
so now I'm
chickens.
looking at it like I'm down, whatever,
Right,
15%. I'm like, fuck. Like I'm still up overall, but I'm pissed.
What are your biggest losers?
It's everything as a conglomerate. They're all just like Apple. I think right now is really down, and it's bugging me because
Yeah.
I bought the top on Amazon.
Did you? It was only down.
3,300 or something like that.
It's only down 11%.
I'm down like
Amazon's gonna go.
Well,
That's a
only,
lot. Though.
but-
That's a lot.
I know.
That kind of-
Especially when then you're that deep. It's like fuck. That's like $400.
Hey, I
US.
had
Yeah.
2 for probably 48 hours. I'm lucky I sold the other one. I'd be even fucking more mad.
Nah, but it's gonna. I'm not like. I was like, should I attack this emotionally or should I just fucking do what I've been saying? And
The
like
answer
how
is
I-
always to do it emotionally.
Yeah, of
Always.
course.
Yeah.
No, but I'm looking at it, but like I'm like fucking, I'm holding obviously because it's obviously gonna come back. Because I was so pissed about Microsoft. Like the whole time I bought it was just down,
Uh-huh.
and then it finally just starts coming back, and then as it's coming back, everything just went down together. So
It's
like,
so hard when you
something's
buy
going
a
on.
stock and the next day it goes down, and then it keeps going
It
down.
just kept
It's like-
going down. I'm like, okay, well, Microsoft's just a loss, and I refuse to sell at a loss. I fucking refuse because,
Yeah.
especially with blue chip, is most of my majority of my thing is blue chips. I'm not selling it.
Professor
Fuck.
Dr. Bill
Yeah.
Gates is going to turn that ship
Oh,
around.
yeah, I'm not worried at all, but I'm just
He's not
annoyed.
even
right?
involved anymore.
He's involved.
But I'm
No,
annoyed.
he's totally not. He's trying to save the fucking world or kill it.
But the one thing I will say, which I'm pretty,
Or microchip.
what I'm pretty pumped about, is fucking Sony, and I am definitely fucking.
Yeah.
I'm sold on Sony forever now. I was sold when I bought it just based on my hunch, just based on PS5
Yeah.
and how lucrative it just turned out to be, and then how it like
That's why you want me to get zombies so bad, eh?
that's fucking
Worth mentioning, my
Wait.
brother and I were talking about PS5 stock the other night.
It's
Still-
5 stock. Don't stop.
PS5 stock the other night. Still,
PS5 stock.
Yeah.
as soon as they come in, they're gone.
I'm telling you
They're
right now,
gone.
like a non-eroding rock.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
like it's just taking waves. Like fuck it, like it went
Is
down.
that
Like,
the new Supreme?
it's still over. Like it's still like
Sony.
when it breached $100 a share, I was like, fuck, this is fucking unbelievable. And then it went up to like 113 a share or something. I was like, holy fuck. And then with all this shit going down, it's still over $100.
Nice.
Yeah, it's so
So I'm
sick.
like,
would you buy
Jesus.
more? Why'd you fucking buy
I would
more?
buy more, but it's expensive.
Always nice to get that
It's expensive
psychological
for
line.
you.
It is
Because you
expensive for
think,
me.
because you bought lower. That's like,
No, but it's expensive for me because I would have to like exit positions.
Oh,
right?
oh,
I
right,
don't
You
right.
gotta,
wanna,
buy, you gotta buy what you like. You gotta buy what
I
you
like I like Sony.
You
I'll
like
probably
stock.
die on that hill. I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
I'm thinking I got Sony forever.
I-
Fuck
so
it.
if
I
you-
can't see it going anywhere.
So I got $950 coming into my Wealthsimple Monday morning, thanks to the federal government's pay center damages check that came out last week.
that he needed so bad
Mhm.
Hey,
from all that fucking trauma you experienced over the pandemic.
the union negotiates on behalf of all the brothers and sisters who contribute. Okay, my situation is not relevant here. I'm only gonna say that I got about $1,000, $950 coming in. I have a mind to spend every single penny of that on either Dropbox or Microsoft.
you really like the Dropbox play.
I can't get over it. Also, Will, you know what's green over the last 3 days? Dropbox.
Okay.
Fuck, that's not right. I'll take that.
I don't mind it, but I liked your bull case when you came at us with it. I definitely did enjoy it, but I'm coming at it from like a personal use. So I'm like, I don't even remember the last time I even fucking logged in Dropbox
Me
because
neither.
Google Drive was just like so much more.
Acquisition.
Yeah, yeah.
Show it to me. Teams, buy it. I'm warming up to Teams big time the last
Thank you.
week or two.
Yeah, how
2, 3
fucking
weeks.
fucking flat did I get?
Zoom boy.
Well,
I know.
We were doing Zoom for a long time at work. So
Zoom's
Teams lasted a
Yeah.
while. So
What-
it's
who
like,
owns
The
Zoom?
team just
Zoom,
zooms
Zoom.
itself.
Don't fuck it up. Or actually,
Don't fuck it up,
but
man.
if you do fuck it up, you might gain 1,000,000% because a lot of
Because
other people
everyone
fuck
else
it up
fucked
too.
it up. Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's how you should play the market, just based on other people being stupid.
should-
That's a bunch of new Robinhood users.
Fuck yeah,
Speaking
but
of
that
people
happened
being-
huge, man. When like Elon tweeted like use this, everyone thought they
Signal.
meant
Signal.
Signal. Everyone thought he meant this other company, and it just shot up like 90% or
So
so.
wait.
Signal's not even publicly traded.
So wait, like so Elon Musk does that to say hypothetically he makes a typo in a tweet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tweets a
the
wrong
market
stuff.
goes fucking nuts.
But does he get like, is that fraud? Is it like, it's based on his position of influence and shit?
I don't think so.
He's that would be so bullshit.
He
Imagine
said-
you're famous and you fuck up,
Do you know?
Yeah.
and you do something and it manipulates the market in some sense.
Maybe if he like owned a bunch of stock and just tweeted and then dumped it right then, maybe.
that would be.
You
But
know?
imagine he just like coincidentally did it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sick. See, I couldn't predict this.
Well, especially like if he doesn't own any of it, you can't really prove that he's doing it for any
No,
real
you can't.
reason. You
That's
know,
exactly right.
if he could just be like, "Yo, buy this,"
He doesn't
penny
care.
stock.
He doesn't care. Anyways, we talked about this the other day or the other week about how he was pumping Dogecoin and how
Oh, a lot.
and the SEC is like after him. And I was telling you guys, I told the SEC to suck his dick on Twitter. I found the tweet. The tweet
love
is
that a lot.
the tweet is the SEC is an acronym. The middle word is Elon's.
Suck Elon's cock.
Yeah. Can you imagine tweeting that out?
That's so joke.
I was
So
gonna just
great.
write
Yeah.
a fine
So great.
ranger. I fucking
Yeah.
my sweat is worth more than this fine. Like,
So
Yeah.
great. So great. So anyway, we should talk about Portnoy's new ETF.
Oh yeah,
Buzz, which
you did talk about that.
it was obliterated over the last two or 3 days. Which
Is it?
everything else was too.
But is that like a Barstool ETF? Did they create their own thing, or is that
So
just he just likes it?
He's the sort of like marketing face of it, and the
but
whole
like,
scheme,
okay.
yeah, the whole scheme. The ticker is BUZZ, and the whole scheme is that they have some kind of algorithm that scrapes. It says social media. I don't know if that means Twitter or Reddit or Facebook. Like I don't know how you would do that kind of thing. But
probably.
yeah, some combination of the 3 or 4, or like stock twits or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it picks the stocks that are the most talked about, and it buys that stuff. My question is,
This is like not a horrible idea, especially not like the last few weeks.
if it
the last few
rebalances,
months.
if it rebalances every day, sure. But if it rebalances every quarter,
No, it has to. It
you're
has
gonna
to.
get crushed.
It has to enter and exit positions in like a couple hours.
So like, what's the fee on that? The management fee's got to be 2%, 3%.
You can algo that somehow.
Yeah, but they're gonna charge you for that.
Not really.
That's the whole value prop. Why wouldn't they charge you for that?
Because it's an ETF. If they want to start their own fund, start their own fucking fund and then charge people 2 and 20. You know, like every other hedge fund does.
proper closed end fund.
But like, yeah, if you're marketing as an ETF and you have an algo that's going to do it, it's not going to make any more work for you. So like, why not just like let it roll? Especially if it's going to make you a shit ton of money.
I want to see what they actually did this week. I think they were down quite a bit. Portnoy had he changed his profile picture for the first time in, as far as I can tell, like 5 years. On Twitter to the Buzz logo. And then this morning he changed it back. He said, "I'm changing my profile picture back to try and swing momentum the other way." Didn't work. He was destroyed again today.
So, but like, why? Okay, so this is like, like it's weird. So this ETF is buying and selling stocks.
Yes.
But their day-to-day trade, their day-to-day share price is not based on that. It's based on other people buying and selling their ETF.
Yes.
So how the fuck do the people that are buying and selling intraday on Buzz know what Buzz's even performance is?
That's what I mean. You got to check the rebalancing period. That would be the key thing, I think, because you could like gauge. I mean, everyone now. I say everyone. People under 35, let's say, or under 40, are keen to the Wall Street Bets thing now. So I don't know about you guys, but I check Wall Street Bets every morning to see if there's like a 5,000 point post on Wall Street Bets.
Yeah.
I got $500 for that.
I still don't check because it's still like
I'm gonna start. I don't make a move.
Yeah.
But if I see something,
You just got eyes.
Yeah, I gotta look at it. Yeah, you have to look at it.
It's
right?
like reading the newspaper, man. Just
Exactly.
tracking Reddit.
It's another point
that,
another point of view, right? Another data point. So yeah, people are buying that ETF. You don't actually know what the holdings are. Like if I look at like the ZQQ, I can see what they have. If I look at whatever PEG or PEJ, the entertainment thing, I can see what they have. But these guys,
yeah, exactly. Because like you can I guess it's like you can kind of judge like an S&P 500 index on like how the actual market is reacting, and you're kind of like buying and selling and trading off that.
Right.
But if you don't know what the fuck is this ETF's like entering and exiting positions like every like hourly. You have fucking no idea. They could have just made a fucking shit ton of money without you even knowing.
Like just raising his hands.
I'm just listening. I'm fucking paying attention.
I also thought it was like
I don't know any. I don't know. Like I said.
But I thought this thing was like Portnoy's like a buzz because he had like this fucking like press conference, which I didn't listen to. I just saw it.
Press conference. It was him in front of
a green screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I mean,
in
like
his apartment.
Right.
With
but
a,
I mean,
with
like
a mouth and a Coke in the background, because that's what that guy does all day long. To have that much
100%.
energy. There's no doubt about it.
Obviously, but I mean, like I thought it was like they're partnering. Like, you know, they have like Barstool Sportsbet now or Sportsbook, where like they do their own sports betting show. That was like they're coming out with their own ETF. I was like, oh, that's really cool. But like, if all this ETF was just like, yo, man, like, want to be the face of it? And he's just like, yeah, sure.
I think that's what it is.
So it's like nothing. It's so fucking easy for him to do. It's like they have nothing to do with it. Him just agreeing to something like that. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be way more in depth. So.
AVP.
So like that doesn't inspire confidence in me to buy an ETF just because this fucking guy.
I'd never buy anything Dave Portnoy was from.
I don't think I would either.
Except maybe Penn Gaming, but that's about it.
I don't think I would either, just based on how he trades and how I'm like, this guy is fucking crazy.
You don't like the Scrabble bag?
Like, I mean, I'm looking at like investments for me. Like, I'm investing a large portion. Like, I would say where I'm at investing wise, I want to say almost 90% of my funds is in the market, and I'm like, I don't want to put like a portion of it in to something like that.
Well, because 90% of his funds aren't.
Exactly.
He's using pennies on the dollar, right?
I'm looking, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy? Because he's got lots of money, right? So
exactly.
like, what I have invested is like nothing. Like he can just like spit at it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not fucking listening to this guy. Like I'm just going to listen to boring, dry shit.
Right.
That works.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
gonna
Or
work.
at least has a thesis behind it. He's probably just like, I woke up, saw the sun, and was like, fucking looking that nice. This was speaking to me. I'm gonna buy this. Like, doesn't mean anything.
And I'm gonna make a tweet about it, get a ton of interest, and a lot of
Yeah.
people are gonna buy it, and then it's gonna drive
And
it.
they're
And
gonna
I'm gonna look
sell.
at.
To me, Portnoy is the target for the SEC. It's not
Yeah,
West,
yeah.
it's Portnoy.
But the difference
Sure.
is
I don't
the
understand
scale of
how-
it. It's the scale of it because the amount that Elon Musk can spit at is like Elon Musk can spit at Portnoy's wealth or his net worth, like probably a billion
I
times.
guess it
Yeah.
is fair to say that, like, when Portnoy had the Winklevoss twins on
Yeah, I saw
Day
that.
Trader for Bitcoin, like, the price didn't move, right? But when Elon put the Bitcoin thing in his handle, the price jumped like
A lot.
There's
Like,
differences,
yeah,
right?
like,
Like, what do you think? What do you think Portnoy's net worth is?
8% or something like that.
It was like 50 mil, I think.
50.
He talks about it.
That's
every
pretty
single
good.
Day.
I think it's like, I thought it was around 50.
50 or 60 mil.
Yeah.
So think about that though. It's a shitload of money. But like when you have 190 billion,
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
50 mil
Yeah,
is
it's fucking
like
nothing.
fucking.
That's like your whole net worth. And
That's like a 40, like not even a 40-hour work week for him.
yeah, yeah.
Like he sits there just holding that money. He makes that just having it.
Also, he never has to pay for food because he just does pizza reviews every day.
Whatever that guy did.
Also, he's never worked a 40-hour work week in his life.
He
probably.
has.
But whatever, like, regardless.
His story, the Barstool story, is pretty good.
I like
Yeah.
it. But like I'm just like.
It's pretty good. He was
But, like, I'm
handing
still
out
not, like,
papers in the
regardless.
subway for years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like Barstool's obviously like it's a pretty sweet, like it's like a ground up organization that's not huge,
Mhm.
but
Bootstraps.
fuck yeah. But I'm just like looking at it. I'm like, I'm still not gonna. I would never take
Yeah.
advice from you. Like
No.
no way. Like yeah, great success story, but like it doesn't mean shit to me as an investor.
No.
Especially if you're like looking at it like. You're not looking at it from like a I don't know like a glamour point of view. Oh yeah, Barstool said this. Barstool. I'm like.
Yeah,
That's so
fuck
fucking
yeah.
stupid. Like, I'm not saying like I mean, you could have some hits, fine,
Sure.
but like I'm not doing that.
No.
It's not it's gambling, but it's not. I'm not gambling. You can it's calculated ways to boost your net worth. Why would you? But I'm not everybody.
So what would you do with if you were me? You got about 950 coming in next week. What would you do with it?
I buy 9 Sony stocks.
I thought you were going to say that.
Sony. What would you do with it?
$950?
Yeah.
I'd probably buy Bitcoin, to be honest.
Would you?
Probably.
I already bought a lot of Bitcoin this week, so I can't.
Yeah, but you're not me, though.
I know. I can't keep buying more than that though.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm overexposed.
Well, yeah, big. So no.
I-
big.
Well, because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have any, so
we
I was
basically
I
got
buy
this.
Sony
We
for
basically
yeah,
got this
yeah.
this
Yeah.
check, like I said, for compensation in addition to our regular paychecks. So I basically had $2,000 extra this week to play with. I bought 500 in Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
I got this 1,000 coming in, and I
Yeah.
got 500 still cash.
I don't know.
Which
I-
would probably make it into my Bitcoin account before the end of the year. If I had
Yeah,
cash.
you know, anything you have
Yeah.
cash is just like
Because
offensive, like,
because
Fine.
I'm because I'm
Yeah.
well because I'm well simple. There's too many delays. If I want Bitcoin, I just transfer it in. That's it. It's done. It's ready.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly been keeping track of the market enough. I'm just trying to like save up cash because I want to fucking buy more real estate. So
Mhm.
I don't really know. I've not been keeping track at all.
You're not worried about depreciating purchasing power there, decreasing purchasing power in cash.
No, not
I'm really the
really.
one who's really worried about that.
Yeah.
I'm
Not-
It's
Yeah.
not stupid to worry about that. It isn't. But,
But
it's
like,
just
yeah.
it's a lot.
I'm on the bargaining table for the PSAC, Public Service Alliance of Canada, whatever, national meeting coming up in April. And I plan on putting together like a 5-slide deck about how it's important that the unions stop wasting time negotiating for 2% raises and just start negotiating 1% raises in a lot less time so that people
Yeah,
can
yeah.
spend the money, invest the money quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I gotta put together...
People aren't gonna like that though.
You know what though? I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I just want another
Sure.
2-year cycle as president. Doesn't matter. I'll fucking throw some chips in there.
Sure.
Throw some chips.
As long
in
as you have an idea
Yeah.
and you have something to back it, then I'm sure they're gonna be fine.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right.
as long as you don't come in here and just throw your hands up and like, yeah, you know.
It's gonna be
I'm
hard.
with
pretty
that.
good.
It'll
The
be
first
harder
few
on
years,
Zoom.
don't take me again.
Yeah.
It'll be
yeah.
hard. It'll be harder on Zoom than it would be in person, but I think I'm still gonna do it.
You want us there?
Yeah, why not?
Would it help?
You guys want to come?
We just do like this?
Support us?
Joey wants some room.
Okay.
Me and Will just
Thank you. Thank you.
fucking going in for another term, eh, Joe?
You should just invite us to the meeting so people just think that we're part of it, whatever the fuck this is.
We had our election.
You want me there?
Well, this bull.
Big
Yeah,
idea.
but he'll just invite us to the Zoom meeting. You'll be on your laptop. I'll be on mine.
Yeah, you know, Joey, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a great idea, Joe. Yeah, I agree.
The lab just had their like the lab at work. I had their union election on Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday, and I won, like I said. But like there was no checks on who was in the room.
Right.
So
Exactly.
like I could have invited like Scoop could have had an account that I could
Yeah.
myself, right? I could have just joined on.
What do you think about 1%?
Yeah, exactly.
You invest the money sooner.
I never even thought about that.
Did you hear that? So that's a yes for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're not worried about the depreciating cash thing?
But I'm not gonna have any cash for that
How
long.
much cash are you gonna save? If you're gonna save a substantial amount, I guess you're gonna have it at least for what, a year, 2 years?
No.
Okay.
No.
No?
Either I don't know. I would like to within the year, no matter I don't care who it's with, buy another property.
Yeah. If we can get Angela Scamgela to hook us up with a mortgage.
Yeah.
You think she's scamming us?
I sent her.
Yeah.
How
Kenzie's.
she's taking nothing from us?
I sent her Kenzie's data today. All Kenzie's personal.
And now
info and all
she's
that.
Kenzie. Stole her fucking identity.
Oh, shit. I can't believe I was honestly saying to Kenzie the other night. I was like expressing my frustration with traditional banking from a non-Bitcoin point of view for the first time in months. Saying like we just applied for a mortgage 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
They won't use that information. I gotta send it to them again.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to send them your info, even though we just did this again.
Yeah. The Chinese walls. That's what it's called. Chinese walls.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, when there's like different, like when the company's not allowed to share information with itself.
Why?
Chinese wall.
Why?
I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense. And the agent, our mortgage agent's name, by the way, also Angela. Not the same
really,
Angela,
eh?
but a different one.
With RBC as well.
Yeah, I had to double check my email. So
Oh, what the fuck? That's very confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying. When did you send over that information?
Today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just finished tax returns, so we had all that stuff.
Right. Yeah.
It was on the burner, so we sent it over.
Okay.
What's
well,
your return going to be? Do you know what your tax return's going to be this year?
No idea. No fucking idea.
I'm probably gonna owe money
No.
I think.
from Serbia.
Oh yeah, you guys are both Serb babies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm alright.
I bet you any money bump me a bracket.
Bump
I bet
your
you-
bracket.
Why not? Yeah, because it goes on your
Oh, your
fucking
income. Mm.
I bet you. Well, I don't.
Wait,
really
no,
care.
because you weren't getting income besides that though.
Yeah, well, we'll see what I don't know. Well, I definitely made more money, I would imagine, just based on like volatility of my job and yada yada yada, and the amount that they
Yeah, but
were
you weren't
giving.
getting served while you were getting paid a paycheck. So why would you be getting? Why would you ever be like paid?
Because of the way my job works. Like most likely we would have some time off anyway. So regardless or not,
When you're laid off.
yeah, well, not necessarily, but we get slow in the winter sometimes. Yeah,
But that's because you didn't get paid as much as last year. It doesn't mean you're gonna go.
I
up
bet you I
tax
made
bracket.
more money with Serb though because of the exorbitant amounts they were giving us. Is
But
what
the
I mean.
brackets are pretty big. Like I
Yeah.
don't think you went up like 20, 30 grand.
No, fuck no.
Like, but the brackets aren't like every 10 grand. It's
Imagine
like,
you
they're
haul
pretty
in
big.
20 grand in Serb payments,
I bet you someone
Oh,
did.
fuck yeah.
and you
Honestly,
don't have to pay it back.
That's 10. What is
it?
it? 10? How many? What were we getting? 2 grand.
2 grand every month.
Yeah, and you think 10 months? Like 100% somebody hauled in 20 grand doing that.
100%. Someone who probably wasn't working prior.
People don't want to go back to work because Serb is so good.
Exactly.
And then this is like,
I remember being in that position.
Did you see that? You guys don't pay attention to this stuff, but the M2 money supply, like the printed cash in the United States, it's a hockey stick. The thing
Oh,
is like
yeah.
this,
Yeah, but like how big is the fucking blade of the hockey stick?
very small.
Well, I mean,
Oh
like,
no, it's like 50 years.
okay.
Yeah, and then it's like this the last 8 months.
Oh, because I was wondering because like if like the hockey stick could have been like the last like 5 years
It's-
or even like 10 years.
The,
Like
sh-
since
the shaft,
2008.
the shaft is like very steep.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And there's a notice on the FRED, the Federal Reserve. I can't remember what the last 2 letters of that acronym are. Basically, say
We're not gonna finish this podcast till you figure it out.
they're not going to publish the data anymore because it's hard to update that data month to month. I don't know.
We've been doing it for like 40,
We've been doing it
50,
for
60,
100
70
years, but as soon as it started going like this, we can't.
We had to lay guys off.
Well, because because on Twitter every month now, without fail, and mind you, like I said before, my Twitter's
My
big
fault.
Bitcoin heavy, but everybody on Bitcoin Twitter is talking about
Bitcoin Twitter.
everyone is talking about which period of the game is it? Is it first, second, or third period? It's all just hockey stick memes every month when the new reporting comes out. It's just nothing but
Yeah.
straight up 45 and 90 or 40 or 90 degrees, 80 degrees, all that kind of stuff. So.
That's a fucking brutal stick.
No shit.
Little flick of that wrist, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little bit.
Well, you
I
should
mean,
be.
I'm not worried because of like my position. I'm just worried about like the grand scheme. Like I'm not worried
The
about
country.
my personal, like whatever. I'll just deal with it. But like, There's a lot of people that aren't thinking about that. They're just like, no, it'll be fine. I'm like,
But like,
no, it won't.
They don't get it. They don't get it.
I'm like, but that's what
And
concerns me
it's
the
people,
most.
it's people younger than us.
Yeah, well,
yeah, but like they don't give a fuck
money.
because like they don't have anything to lose though. Like, what are they gonna lose?
Yeah.
A few fucking grand. They
That's
don't
part-
care.
that's part
They don't
of it,
give a
yeah.
fuck.
They never had
But
it.
it's just like that's what concerns me. I'm like, even like I don't even have much to lose, but I'm just like looking at them.
Yeah,
Man, like you're not like paying, like you don't give a fuck about anybody else. You don't give a shit. Like
yeah.
you're like, so you got, say you just like hypothetically, you got a fucking like your parents are killing it or whatever. They're doing all right.
Yeah.
Well enough. You don't think they're taking a massive hit? You're not paying attention to like what's about to happen. Like you're gonna have a shitty year.
Yeah.
Where your parents gotta pay this shit down, and your fucking nice life is gonna be different. Like,
Depends.
Yeah.
it does depend,
Could
but
be.
you know, I'm just like the way I'm looking at it is you might as well prepare for the worst. Like fuck it.
Yeah, but how do you prepare as like a 20-year-old university student who doesn't have any money anyways? They don't give a fuck. They don't have anything. Like,
Which,
what are they
that's
gonna do
what
to prepare?
that's
Like,
what concerns me. I'm like, you're not even thinking about it, but which I get it.
Well,
but
I
at
was-
the same time, I'm like, fuck, man. Like I was thinking about that shit because, like what I had growing up was not like like an extreme. Like we were fine.
But what were you
fine.
thinking in 2008 when you were
Well, we were
15?
I had no idea because I didn't understand at all what
That
was
this
going
is
on.
going on.
I was
no
17.
idea.
I had no fucking clue.
No
During
idea.
the time, I was never in 2008. I was never like,
That's the first time.
Oh.
That's the first time I ever looked at an economic situation and realized something was wrong. 2008.
yeah,
Only because it was in my face all the time.
yeah.
I had no idea.
But like you were,
School,
yeah.
right?
But like, oh, in what?
University.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about kids that are like, I talk to like I don't talk to them, but I've talked to them, and they're like young kids. They're like, oh, like in all in investing and stuff like that, and they're just
Are they
like,
investors though, or are they just like gamblers?
Are they buying?
Exactly.
Are they buying GameStop?
Well,
Are they
I would
100%.
imagine they were all in on that. Like it's
Yeah.
like it's the
Still buying
meme
it,
stuff,
probably.
right? Like they're
100%
fucking all in
back in
it.
hands.
So I'm like looking at kids like that. I'm like, fuck, man. Like this is like there's a lot. They're taking syrup. Like there's kids from like well-off families taking
That's
syrup.
brutal.
Oh, like, why, like, and they would always say, "It's like, why would I go back to work? I'm making more money doing syrup." I'm like, man,
That's insane.
Fucker,
though. That's
man,
an
like-
option.
I get it that you're making more money, but like, there's a lot to lose, man. Like, you're not like you just assume that this is free money.
Right.
Like it's no way. There's no such thing as free fucking money. Like how did you have? That was not even like one of the first lessons I was ever taught.
No free lunches.
No, nothing's free, you
Yeah.
fucking idiot. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, whatever, I guess so. But like back in 2008, I was what? What would be 7? I'd be 15, I guess. Yeah. I wasn't. All I cared about was getting baked in the woods. But like, I didn't care about money anyway. But I wasn't like, I had no fucking money. I had like $5 in my pocket.
You had nothing to go on.
Nothing. But I would be but I couldn't imagine the government's like, here's $2,000. I'm like, pardon me. Like
Would have blown
imagine
you away. Would have blown you away.
$2,000. I was like saving $5
Yeah.
every day so I
Yeah.
could get drunk on the weekend or get high or something.
I would have been so fucking psyched with
$2,000. I would
Oh.
have fucking blown it in a
Would
minute.
have been crazy.
Oh, 100%. Oh, fuck yeah.
Which is what I don't understand, like why that happened. Because like imagine like you had $2,000, like you were like in my position, I was saving $5 every day. That was what I got,
Yeah.
$5 a day, and I would save it, and I would buy
not
liquor, and
Yeah.
I would buy weed or hash, whatever I was buying.
Pick up some liquor with your $5.
I got $25
Save it up.
$25 a week, I guess is my
A
allowance.
40-year-old
Unemployed.
English costs about $7, right?
Not back then. Back then it was
Yeah.
$5.
Really?
Yeah, back then
So you were getting that even when you were 15?
I was getting $5 a day for lunch.
When you
was
were
getting
15?
served.
I think so. Yeah. When
So
I wasn't
your
working.
parents were going through the 2008 also.
Yeah, $5 a day.
Yeah, okay. Then you didn't notice.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
No idea. And I was like, okay, $5 a day. This is what I get, I guess. This is my fucking thing. So I'm like, I was like, fine for me. I was like, it's fine. I don't fucking.
Fuck yeah.
But I was like, I didn't get a job. I didn't need a job because I didn't understand that having, like, I worked a 40-hour week.
You worked though.
Yeah, but a little bit.
Didn't you work? You worked at Cumbria.
Yeah, but like that was.
When you were 15?
Yeah, I don't even know how old I was. I couldn't tell you.
Grade
To me,
grade
like
10.
that shit to me was like nothing. It was just like a stupid job that was like it wasn't
Yeah.
even a job. I wasn't on the books. It was
Oh,
just like
okay.
cash job. I was like, fuck something I do if I need a little like if they give me shifts, I'll take them.
Right. You worked there kind of consistently, no? When you were that age?
Yeah, I did, but like it didn't really like it meant nothing to me. Like to me it was like when I was working was when I started working full time, like 40 hour
yeah.
plus weeks. I was like, when
Yeah,
I was
you were getting like nice
17.
paychecks and young because you were working in a kitchen.
17,
like,
18.
Yeah, you were
more
working,
like
like-
fucking 50-hour weeks.
Yeah, it was- yeah.
It's 11, 12-hour shifts. Like,
Yeah, you were
notice,
Friday night or
right?
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
You were. Yeah, you were working a
We're
lot.
working,
for sure.
so it was
yeah.
like, but then that's when I realized, like, okay, money's like, okay, this is money. Like, I
Mhm.
just gotta work for it.
Real money. Yeah, I remember your first $1,000 paycheck. It was like, holy fuck, man. Rich. I'm rich right now.
Fuck yeah. Especially because you didn't have anything to pay for.
Nothing to pay for. You're like, this will last me forever.
And it didn't, though.
But like,
Burn.
then like your next paycheck just came and it was like, oh fuck yeah. This is
Well, I went
this
from
is gonna
buying Mickey's
compound.
to buying, like, you want a 40? I'm getting
Yeah,
I'll buy you
yeah,
one
yeah.
too. I'll get fucking 1,000. Oh, you want like
I
one?
know.
I'll get a 60. Fuck it.
But like, I like that. I kind of hope my kids like that too.
I wish it was still like that.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
what, like, and that's kind of where I want to be with like making money. Not
Oh,
like
fuck yeah.
buying booze, but like just being like, you, like fuck, I don't care about money.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
No,
that's where
think
I want to
so, too.
be. Like I don't think that like however much success I have, I'll be like, oh, I gotta save money. I don't think I'll ever be like. I just want to get to a point where I'm like
Yeah.
set and I'm comfortable in my situation, and then I just like can build. Like I have my budget set, and then I can just like fuck around.
You want to be? I want to be generous, like when it's available to be generous. you
I'm
know?
I'm
Like,
generous when I'm broke.
Yeah.
Like I got no money. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. But you need something, man. I'll fuck it. I'll help
Yeah,
you
yeah,
out,
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Like I don't care. But it's I'm reluctant, but I'll do it.
For sure.
Which is stupid, but I mean at the same time I don't care. But like I care about my money, but I just want to get into a position where I can like set myself and like have my bills paid, everything's paid, don't worry about it, and then I got my just whatever, fuck it.
Yeah, it'd be cool to just like have us over and be like, beers in the fridge.
Fuck
whatever.
yeah. Or you want to go play golf? I got you, bro.
Yeah,
Don't we
yeah.
already do the beers in the fridge thing? Like, if you were to come over here and you needed beer, I wouldn't be like, yeah. Go
Yeah,
for
but
it.
like I would never be like I would never show up and
Don't
be like
bring any beer.
yeah, like I never show up and be like you're gonna be drunk tonight, right? Like you got like 2 2-4s in the fridge ready for
Yeah.
me.
I
right?
maybe wouldn't do it with everybody I know.
Certain people, yeah, fuck.
But like,
Well,
I would do it with you guys.
at this table, and like obviously it extends out to certain people, but like yeah, I'm like what's mine's yours. I know.
For sure.
Fuck. I don't
If
care.
I had it and you didn't have it, especially when it comes to beer, then fuck yeah, I'd rather us all have a good time than being
Yeah.
like, nah man, sorry, I guess you're going home.
Getting drunk
Guess you're
alone
drinking
tonight.
water.
You guys will
Yeah.
be here, but
Tap water, yeah,
Yeah.
leave a loony.
tap water only.
Which has been, and like, I would like that. I get how I don't want to, like, I would like that in like better.
Large scale.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, I do feel like,
Oh, you want a house? You need a house?
yeah, I mean,
Spot you out?
that's too much. It's too much.
I would love to do that.
That would be fucking jokes.
You need a
Yeah,
cottage?
fuck, I spot you a fucking cottage.
Fuck yeah, man, you can have a fucking have a
Can't
spot.
have it. You can pay me, no interest.
Have a spot on my lake, bro.
That would be dope.
You give me a piece of property.
On a lake.
You can build your own cottage, but you can have the property for free.
Just a little pizza
For
slice
free?
ya.
I mean, like, you can buy it, but no interest. Would you rather pay me or the bank?
I guess.
And if you're late, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah,
Give me
yeah.
a beer, you fucking
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
Give me a beer. I own you.
Yeah.
For a property.
Because man, you do realize like when you get into those positions where you're like a bit better off than somebody, I would never take advantage of it, but like when I would be like,
Yeah.
would be though.
For sure.
But not really. But like my
You
my-
would? No, you
no, but no. Like it depends who it is. But like my boss, like if he, like he's like if I have to buy him a coffee because he fucking forgot his money or his debit card or something like that, it's like, oh, I'm holding that on you, bitch.
Yeah, because he's
Oh,
above you,
owe
though.
me a coffee.
In the pecking
motherfucker.
order, if he's
It's the
lower,
best.
But he was below you. You wouldn't be like,
No,
remember
no,
this,
yeah,
bud.
No, fuck no. I like fuck. Today I gave the pre-apprentice more money.
Right,
Shit.
yeah.
I was just like, fuck.
You still have your debit card?
I got a new one.
Boston cream, bud.
That's
Here you
huge.
go.
Huge
No,
plus.
we got breakfast today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he just fucking, which was a big move on his part. He just was like, yeah, the debit card didn't work, so I just bought it.
Is there any actionable stock market moves I can make based on the price of hot and spicy Roma pizzas always being discounted at Fortino's? Because I've been noticing that lately, and I'm not a big I'm not gonna knock out a whole Roma pizza.
I won't touch one slice.
What?
Won't eat a slice.
Look, funny that you say that.
You won't eat a slice of Roma?
Funny that you say that.
Dough on sauce on dough.
Last week we were at our
Saucy
buddy's house.
dough.
We were at our buddy's house. And
I almost
they had
want to
a
shut
Roma
this
pizza.
off.
They had a Roma pizza, and we were talking about it. I was like, man, you know what? This shit is so shit. But it's so like if like you just know when there's a pizza there. If it's just like, oh, it's coming from a party or whatever. It's
Yeah.
a Roma pizza.
And it's perfect.
It's shit, but it's like you'll eat it because it's exactly what you need.
Yeah.
It's what you expect.
It's fuel. It's got a little flavor.
That nice little spice and sauce.
Spongy. It's like a spongy
Yeah,
sauce.
I will
Yeah.
put a corner piece of Roma pizza up against any pizza in the world.
That was the
Any
stupidest thing
pizza,
anyone's ever
no
said.
fucking way. Corner Roma
You're
pizza.
Italian and you're still saying that.
Corner
Why?
Roma is one of the best pieces of pizza.
Your palate is
No.
so fucking bland.
Or maybe,
Fuck. Is there even cheese on it? Like,
No.
This
it's
is
just
like that. This
sauce.
is like, you guys,
Saucy
this is
sponge.
like that bell curve meme, right? Where like you got the kid with like the tricycle tires in his head on the one side, right? Like Roma pizza's the best pizza, and then you got you guys up here in the middle going, oh, your palate must be so bland.
100%.
And then on the other side of the curve is got the Jedi Knight who's got the hood on. He's going, Roma pizza's the best pizza.
No.
That's where I am.
Who's the Jedi? Your dad and
No,
you're
me.
the little
You're riding the
I'm the
trike.
Jedi.
Yeah, you're
I'm
on
the
the trike
Jedi.
for
I'm the
sure.
Jedi.
Roma
I'm
pizza.
not tricycle
Roma
Bojack.
pizza.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you are.
Jedi Bojack.
Ro-
saying,
I've had-
corner Roma pizza.
Oh.
Mike, Will, there is no conversation.
I remember getting it and being like, is it cooked?
No
yet?
one's
Do I have
ordering.
to cook
No
it?
one orders Roma pizza. That's the first rule of Roma pizza is you don't order it.
Well, you
you
pick it
just
up.
eat it.
It's just there. It's just,
You don't
it's
order
there.
it.
It just
You
appears.
just eat it.
It just
And the
appears.
thing is,
It's
like,
always at the party.
you gotta
Right?
understand, this is the difference between Roma pizza and a regular pizza. At the end of the night, there's always
Always.
fucking Roma pizza left over.
So good.
A lot of
So
Roma
good.
pizza.
Oh
For
my
the next
God.
day.
You're just going in, you're fucking drinking, like, I need something to eat.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
Roma
yeah.
pizza. You,
You
just
let
go
it-
have a piece of fucking dough and sauce.
The middle of the Roma pizza is soaked in sauce and oil.
It's so. Oh my god! I can't believe you're gonna die on this hill. This
It's
is a bad hill to die on.
Oh
It's
my
always
God.
As an
What?
Italian,
Dude, we left last week, there was so much left.
What's the
Like,
best
we're-
pizza?
The
What's
guys
the
just
best
like,
pizza
does
in the
anybody
city?
want pizza? There's so much
What's the
left.
best
it's
pizza in
a
the
plastic
city?
bag just full of it. Sauce is dripping.
What do you think
on.
the best pizza in the city is?
That's tough.
I don't know. I heard Calabunga is really good. I haven't been there yet.
Cowabunga. Everyone says that. I might have to
I haven't
try
heard it.
I might have to try it tonight
I
after this
haven't,
podcast.
Yeah, I haven't tried it. But fucking Fortino's pizza is delicious.
That's top of the chain.
It's so fucking good.
What do
So
you
you
got?
get Roma pizza.
What do you got?
No, like the actual
Fuck.
hot. The good
Pizza, fucking, you couldn't beat the fucking 2-for-1 Masters Pizza slices.
What you want on it?
It
Yeah.
was 2-for-1 Masters Pizza. That was high school. That was my favorite pizza
Mm.
ever, but like it's gone now because I'm pretty sure he was selling Coke in the back.
Mm.
Like you just always go into a pizza shop and there'd be like a fully loaded Benz out front.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's killing it in the pizza game.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
there'd be like always sketchy people like walking in that didn't work there that went
Into
in
the
the
back.
back. It's like
You don't
oh,
realize how good economy of scale is on pepperoni.
no, it was the deluxe, but like we go there every day. But the full pizzas were never as good.
Mm.
But the slices for some reason were fucking bomb.
They're loaded up more.
It was just
Yeah, that's the selling
They're
point.
loaded
That's
up
like
more. Yeah, they're
You
loaded
go
up
in
more.
there and sit there, it was fucking awesome, man. Right? Mind you, we were fucking stoned as shit.
You're both wrong. The best pizza in the city is Mr. Grande.
Never had it.
Never had
I
it.
see that's the thing. It's a tough one. That's a tough debate.
You've never had Mr. Grande.
I don't live at the mall.
It's not at the mall.
Yeah, but you live up by the mall.
It's up on Rimo Road.
That
Close enough.
weird that I never had it when it's
What?
like fucking
Not
30-minute
venturing
drive
out
from
to
my
some
house.
local
My
pizza
father,
joint
when we
that
were growing
isn't
up, never.
local.
My father never endorsed my drinking. He would come home and chastise me in front of my friends for drinking too much, and then chastise me again the next morning, and then make me go to church instead of at noon, like we usually went, 10 o'clock. If I was
No,
drinking.
I was a 10 a.m. service guy too.
Yeah. If we weren't drinking, 12 was fine. But if we were drinking,
Oh, yeah?
we're going at 10.
He's gonna
And,
punish himself
100%
for that.
punishing me more than him. He's not drinking.
Yeah, but he still has to get up early and go to
I
church
guess.
at 10.
He's already up. He's an old guy. He used to chastise us for drinking.
Excited for church.
But I could always count on if I had enough people at the house and we started early enough and the party was, if there was enough words being slurred by 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, whatever time we were going to the bar, you could count on a Mr. Grande pizza showing up at the house
When you got home,
before we left.
before you left.
Mr. Grande, you gotta turn sideways to get in the door. It's like a couch.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
get in there. Unbelievable.
Was that your
So-
dad picking up for you so
Oh,
you
yeah.
could like survive the next day?
That's right. So we weren't dead the next day.
Nice, yeah, that's a good move.
Yeah, because
Because you're
at
not
church,
taking care of yourself.
at church, we'd see all the parents and the kids who were around the table sucking back the beers.
Oh yeah, really, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Big church crew, you guys.
We went to church.
Fuck, I was so the opposite. If I was going to church, well, fucking never went to church in high school.
We were
but, like,
very religious.
I was the one that was like, Audrey's grandson. He was the degenerate.
Really?
I'm the one. Oh,
He's
fuck
sitting
yeah.
there just like
He's the
sucking it out.
degenerate.
Oh, I remember I was sitting with my cousin
He
and
drank too much of the blood
Fucking-
of Christ.
just show up there like after like a couple beers on like Christmas Eve because that's the only time we'd ever go like later on in life.
Yeah.
My cousin just gives me one of these like stingers to my.
What,
like
you,
when
you were
grab me
drinking
like
before
this.
you went?
Well, it's Christmas Eve.
How can you drink before you go to church? You can fall asleep.
Well, I'm trying to stay awake. I don't know. Fucking, I'm priming the pump for after.
Mm.
But then I just like fucking. He just gives me one of these like stingers on the top of the knee, and I just fucking slammed my chair because they were movable. They weren't pews. I slammed my chair into the person behind me, and it was like made a huge scene. I was just like, oh,
You turn around and apologize.
Sorry.
Beer on your breath.
I'm mad.
Who's this drunk kid?
My cousin's just like looking forward. I was like, you fucking asshole. But like that's who I was at church, and everyone else there was like. Probably the only shit they ever drank was that communion or whatever the fuck it's called.
Me and John and Phil used to go to church on Good Friday, especially after we turned 19, but even a little before that.
Especially.
After we turned 19, we were able to drink legally, so we used to
The
go
best
to,
fucking service.
used to go to Fox and Fiddle on Thursday nights, because I would be home from school, those guys would be off right for like the long
In
weekend.
Westdale?
No, on that's Snooty Fox. Fox and Fiddle's
Okay.
mall kids. Used to light up Fox and Fiddle.
Oh,
get,
right.
Get
yeah,
completely obliterated.
God, so whack.
And
Going
then-
to a mall
and
bar.
then walk home, and the next morning you get up, go to Tim Hortons, hammer back a bunch of coffees, and just keep an eye on our watches. The mass started at 10 o'clock.
Why? Did your parents make you go?
Because at 10:25 we had to hold the cross for the church, so that everyone in the church could come and kiss the cross
Does that even
on
mean?
Good Friday. Just a
I
thing.
think that would hold up in a
Just thinking-
pandemic.
Just think you sat on Easter Sunday, but it was like
How big was this cross?
big.
Because like, how many people did it take? Were you like,
Three
we got to
of us.
show up?
Took 3 of us to do it.
Oh, not like the entire congregation.
No, but the entire congregation used to kiss it. So
But like, you were like, I'm gonna volunteer. I'll
like-
hold it up.
So like I held one wing.
Joey's in a
Phil-
sleeveless suit.
We had to like dress up, and Phil held the other wing, and John held the middle. And I just remember
Joe looks
this
like he's going into a WWE match.
our last fucking year doing it. I'll never forget this. Like we were buckled still the next morning. We were probably 20 or 21, and John had the middle of the cross, and he's going, "Look, don't start laughing, okay? Because if you guys start laughing today, I'm gonna crack up."
How heavy was the cross?
I don't know.
Heavy enough.
100,
Was it made out
110
of
pounds.
wood?
It's wood. 110
Oh,
pounds.
that's pretty heavy.
Pretty fucking big, right? It's
Yeah.
like it's like
Long
lacquered.
period of time.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
strong lacquered wood, right?
And he couldn't just sit on the ground.
Gotta hold it. I don't know. So what can I say? Anyway, so we were holding it, and I remember this kid came up to Phil's side of the cross, and like the kid is like the altar server, right? So he's like, so the altar server has like a rag, has like a cotton rag, and then on my side I got an altar server, he's got a cotton rag, and the people are just coming up one after another. If you've been to church on a Good Friday service or an Easter Sunday service, what do you think the average age of the person who comes to those masses are?
60.
60 is like the 60 is spring chicken,
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
Your knee's looking good if you're 60 years old.
Yeah.
Most of them are like 70, 80 years old.
Yeah.
Nonas, a lot of lipstick,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And so they're puckering up on the lacquer there. And
They
then,
gotta make Jesus know.
and then the boys who are wiping it down,
They're knocking on the door.
they're leaning on that cross. They're wiping
yeah,
it, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
the first 3-4 pews,
What the fuck? So a old lady comes, kisses it. There's a fucking towel boy that comes in, just fucking
he grinds it up.
and then just
And
leaves.
so like eventually I look over at Phil, and Phil's looking at me. He's got way more nonas in his side than I got on my side. He's dying.
Yeah.
We're only halfway through. It's standing room only in the church on Good Friday. He's dying because the kid on his side is a little bigger than my kid. He's a little older. He's got a little more elbow grease.
Yeah.
He's got to get the lipstick off. Okay?
Which is so fucking.
There's
this
no
is so
listen.
fucking
There's
weird.
no grit on the cotton cloth, man.
The whole forget the lipstick. The whole fucking thing is weird.
The whole thing is weird, but it's funny.
It's
But it's
fucking
funny when you
weird.
think
It's
about
funny as
when you
shit.
think about Phil having 3 pictures of Canadian the night before at the mall bar, holding this thing up,
Yeah.
looking at me, going like this. He can't believe how heavy the thing is, and this kid is just wax on after every fucking grandma. He's leaning on the cross, and Phil just holding it. I can see John up top looking at Phil like, it's only going one way, Phil. Like, you gotta hang on to a little
buck
bit.
up,
Because
buddy.
I'm
Yeah.
out of gas too.
Church would be kind of jokes if you did it with a friend.
It's
your
fucking
friends,
funny.
yeah.
It's fucking funny.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, when everyone is done, okay,
Mm-hmm.
the altar kids go back. The priest does the final blessing on the wood or whatever, and
Does
then
he kiss it?
I don't remember. He might be first.
Just another one.
But at the end, you
Suck
gotta,
it off, Phil.
the three of you, after like the three of you guys after like that half hour of stamina work,
Thanks, boys. You guys one of those?
the three of you after half an hour of stamina work gotta take it up in front of the whole church. They're all just watching you, and you gotta put it in the stand, this like
Okay,
50-year-old stand. If you fuck it up
Mhm.
and you drop it off the stand or it slides out, you gotta save the thing from falling.
So why are you guys doing this, by the way?
Because John's parents were really involved in the church. So
Oh,
we
okay.
volunteered to do it when we were like 15 or 16. Then it was fine.
Yeah.
But at
Different kids.
But
man.
at 21,
Yeah.
when you're hammered the night before, like,
Yeah.
You guys
I
really
can't
bad.
do this.
Oh,
now.
How many people were in your congregation? You think
200, 300?
it's a lot? That's
Big.
a lot.
It's a big. The church on
Yeah.
Mohawk and Upper Sherman, basically. It's a fucking big church.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because ours is always like, I don't know, fucking 50 people, and they started dwindling even more. Maybe
50.
70
It's
when
nothing.
we fucking when it started. And it was
It's
like,
nothing.
I would go there and be like, this is so fucking hurting, man. This is so goddamn
I'm
brutal.
so glad I never
No
had to do
one,
anything.
no one I know is here. None of my friends are
No
here.
way, man.
Like,
And we had a good
no one's
priest,
joking
too.
around.
Didn't you guys have a good priest?
Fuck no. My
We had-
grandma would just walk out. She'd
we
be like,
had,
yeah,
like-
fuck them over this
We
shit.
had like a
walk home. Fuck yeah.
We had a priest who became the bishop later of the diocese, and he like infamously
Oh.
gave this.
Fucking ridiculous.
He came to a 10 a.m. Sunday service. That's prime time, okay? That's you get the C&E Catholics, Christmas and Easter Catholics, and
Sure.
you get the regular attendees.
Okay. We only ever had one guy do it.
Instead of the homily, like the
You
moral
know
of the
so
story.
much about
I went to
this shit.
school. I went to Catholic school my whole life. Instead of the summary of the gospel reading,
Mhm.
he started off this like diatribe about how much he hated being a priest at summer services.
It's just hating some ethnic group.
And then he lit into the. He's like, I'm gonna give you.
So the Lebanese.
He's like, I'm gonna give you a
Tell you
top.
something
He's like, I'm
about
gonna give you a top 10 reasons of I'm gonna give you top 10 of reasons I hate doing summer services. Number 10, and he goes down the top 10 list.
It's all this different
He's-
races.
Was this his last sermon?
No,
The
he
Muslims.
he was absolutely shredding
Jesus
people.
fucking Christ.
He's like number
He get me
6.
started on that.
You.
He's like
you.
number 6. Too many high school girls, more exposed skin than Madonna videos. Number 5. He's
Oh,
going
yeah.
down this list, just crushing.
He's at a roast.
He's just crushing people. Yeah. And then at the end of the sermon, he's just like, hope you enjoyed that. It's a little lighthearted, but I mean it. I mean what I said. And he walks away, and like at the end of the service, you have to like walk to the cross at the front of the church, and you like do the sign of the cross, and like nothing changed, even though he just obliterated half the congregation.
I'm kidding, but
I'm kidding, but I'm not really kidding. And I'm
Yeah.
tired of you guys
You're
walking
kidding,
out
but
right after
fucking
communion. You got to stay
Yeah.
for the last song. That's,
Oh.
yeah, these put people in front of the doors, right, to make sure you didn't leave right after communion.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Because they wanted you to
Hole in
stay.
the bat.
Because he would
Where are
say
you going?
he would
Hand on
say
your chest.
yeah.
he would
Fuck
say they
that.
want
Oh,
you
you
to stay
go
for
to the
the
washroom?
yeah. He would say they want you to stay for the
Say
last song.
Fucking words.
But the real reason they wanted you to stay was because at the end of the service they would announce like the next fundraising effort, like
Oh,
the
yeah,
spaghetti
yeah.
supper, the bazaar, or the church.
I would go to
carnival, whatever.
those. That was kind of decent.
And they were pretty decent. They were decent. They were decent.
I used to go to bazaars when I was
Yeah,
a kid.
they were
Or the
alright.
Pancake Tuesday or whatever the fuck. That was kind of decent.
Yeah.
Well, they were just, I didn't
Yeah.
pay. I
Light
just
up
show
some
up and
pancakes.
fucking rip a pancake buffet with like waffles
It
and
was great.
sausage and
It was
shit.
great.
Yeah, that's a fucking part of life I missed out on, and I'm not upset about
Oh,
it.
you're not mad, but like the stories.
Oh yeah, like, I've never had those, so that's
if you guys
fine.
had buddies who went, you'd have stories like
Oh, yeah.
And like we used to, and like the other thing too, in grade 8, 9, 10, where do you think you fucking met up with people to see what they were doing on that night? It was at fucking church.
On Sunday night?
Saturday night, the 5 o'clock service.
That's you. What the fuck?
Saturday 5 o'clock service, you'd go and be like, oh, what do you guys?
You had to go. What the fuck? I did not want to chill with anyone at my fucking church. I remember like when I was younger.
That's where everybody was. 5 o'clock service.
You guys are Catholic. There's way more like. This is so fucking off. I don't even know what I'm talking
Is
about.
this
but,
about
like,
stock markets?
No, but I feel like there's way more like cool
Oh.
like Catholic people than there was like my religion.
We are cool.
But I mean, it, like not that you were cool. There's more of you, and like
Were you
every single
Christian?
Italian person was like Catholic.
You
We're
Christian?
Baptist.
Baptist? I don't know what the fuck I am, to be honest.
Nothing.
I'm something.
Yeah, but you're not.
You're spiritual.
Because your parents
not
don't go
religious.
to church. You don't. They don't
No.
make you practice. You probably.
I think
weren't
my
baptized.
mom goes to church and shit on Christmas Eve.
Does she though?
Yeah, well, they go to the whatever.
They go to the
midnight mass
Eastern
or some
European.
shit. Not just Christmas.
Mhm.
Just Christmas, but like
Yeah, well,
I was like,
Well, I used to
church
do
was even
that.
an option. I remember I used to go to like church shit. If like you would
We would-
go,
yeah, we'd
and
go
I
to
would just
Wednesday
with you.
sports
I'm like,
night.
What the fuck am I doing?
Sports
here?
night.
Church
Church.
sports night.
Yeah.
I always like,
Yeah.
see,
They
doing
have
that,
fucking
that was
floor hockey in
decent.
the basement.
That was
Yeah.
decent, but then you'd like go around and explore the building, and you
Yeah.
go into rooms. I'd like walk in a room like, what the fuck is going on
Creeps you
here,
out. There's a
man?
lot of
Weird.
creepy
There's
places.
like props and shit. Like,
Yeah,
what
'cause
the
they'd
fuck
put on
am I-
plays
what's
and
going
shit.
on in
It
this
was decent.
building?
We could just like walk around.
Oh yeah, but like I'm pretty sure we weren't supposed to.
Definitely not.
But like they got like volunteers like fucking Joey supervising, like fucking whatever.
I was never like a youth
100%.
pastor. I
No,
was
I'm just saying,
fucking-
like there was like people there that they didn't
My
give a
cousin.
shit. We just walk around like fuck it. We're going. I'm sick of volleyball because
So you would get a drink of water.
everybody
and
there
just, like,
fucking sucked at it anyway.
You drink it out of the bowl. That's not the drinking
Or
water.
like the Holy, the pool. Yeah.
Drinking
The baptismal
wine.
pool.
No, I'd be like fucking we'd be there and be like obviously show up to it, be on the same fucking team, and there'd be like all these kids that went to church growing up. Be like,
Yeah, me,
oh,
Mike,
here we
and, like,
go. This is
someone
gonna be a
else.
fucking
Bob,
heyday.
like,
You
Bob
guys are
just,
the
like,
heathens.
just
Oh,
crushing
like,
basketball.
Like
Yeah.
fouling like hard, like
Yeah.
fuck these guys. Who are these fucking church kids?
And they never wanted to play hockey. We always had to force them to play floor hockey. It was like
Murder.
so-
murder them.
Yeah.
And then we'd never be like, yeah, you guys can have Bob. Like, Bob's on our team.
Our team, yeah.
Well, he'll play goal.
We got first pick on the good sticks too. So yeah.
we just show. We
We
just
shoot
have
the goalie.
We
as
just
well.
have the sticks in our hand. We wouldn't even,
Yeah.
it wouldn't even be like a raffle. It would be like, okay, we got them.
No, because this is always in the basement. We would go down there first and we get our chick.
And
We'd
we'd
shoot
hide,
around. They're
yeah.
like still upstairs, like playing hide and
It
go
was
seek.
low supplies, eh?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Because they had the ones that like just bent in half.
Yeah,
and
because
the
Christians are
styrofoam
meek
blade.
and
No curving the sticks. They're all sitting there just curving. I'm like,
Under the doors.
what the fuck are you gonna do? Get me in trouble? Like I don't fucking
youth
care.
pastor?
7 p.m. on a Wednesday. I stopped getting in trouble like 4 hours ago when I left school.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not getting in trouble
The youth
anymore.
pastor with the leather bracelets and the Randy River button down wasn't.
Oh,
wasn't
he
able
had-
to enforce the rules.
I had no idea how to handle.
You guys have
non-church
no
kids.
idea how cool God is.
Yeah, we're showing up. Like I remember being there, like no religion whatsoever. I'd be like, oh yeah, like because they would do that. Like every once in a while, you'd have to like
you'd sit down.
pray
Like,
and-
the beginning, they would talk. They'd give like a little prayer. I think at the beginning, like talk like a little story, and then they'd go into like. Then we'd be like, "This is why we're playing dodgeball because Joseph and Mary."
They light you up because Joseph and Mary were dodging the law.
100%.
Their virgin marriage.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mary was dodging fucking virginity.
But like
Dodging
you-
Joseph's advances.
How am I pregnant?
But like you, they probably were like, "Who the fuck is this guy?
Oh,
Never
yeah.
been to church before."
Dude,
but
I-
like shows up to the sports night.
Dude, I remember like I remember it so clearly. Like every time we had to like
Sports night.
fucking pray and shit, it would be like my family dinners over again. Like every time, because like we had a couple people in my family that are like super religious, and that we
You're gonna
pray.
lights up the.
So we pray, right? And every time we do, we all hold hands, and everyone's just close their
That's
eyes, and we always just one eye open.
Yeah.
Who's fucking around? And then we start laughing. Like my dad will just sit there and just like kick me in the shin. And I'm sitting there, I'm starting to laugh and shit. Like obviously everyone starts fucking
Your
around.
dad just kicks you in the shins. Michael, shut up.
And everybody's like he's making fun of it.
There's
Yeah.
a couple. There's a couple of you know, for all the things I don't like about religion, there's some good things about it, right?
Sure.
Family and whatnot.
I'll even say.
Although I
that.
will say that
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'll
it
even
seems
say that.
it seems to me that the sports night you guys described is sort of an under the table low key recruiting effort by the church
Oh, 100%.
to get
Terrible.
young people to
Terrible.
convince
You
their
want
parents
to
to
recruit
go.
young
That's
non-religious
what
athletes?
But
It's
yeah,
a good idea.
but it was mostly just like church kids, and then me, and then like Mike and Bob.
For what it's worth, when I
we
when
run
I
the show
Because it was like so sick. It was like, man, we get to play organized sports sick against people who suck at it.
For
Okay,
free.
cool. For free. Just like show up. Someone's gonna organize a volleyball
beating somebody
game.
you don't know is the best.
Oh
thing.
man, and it was just
Yeah.
like oh my god, it's a heyday.
Oh,
I
so
remember like
sick.
seeing kids that I went to sports night with like at school, and I'd be like, they'd look at me like, okay man, like fuck, you're on a different level from me, man.
Like,
Like, yeah, I know
this guy.
It's because I didn't go to church. I played sports instead.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm better now, and I have more friends.
You can just
I play sports.
you can just pray your way into athletic talent.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently.
Isn't it true?
Well, I'm like sitting there, I'm like, well, like, and that man, that like, it does go to show, like, if I have kids, I'll be forcing
Are you gonna
To
send
go
them
to
to
church.
Catholic school?
to go to church.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna send your kids to Catholic school?
No.
I'm gonna send my kids to Muslim school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some jihadists?
Gonna find one and send them there.
There's one on Stone Church.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna write that
I
down.
would imagine that that's going to be a fucking. If that happens, like the weird coincidence that like say the girl I end up the girl I end up with has that like debate with me, I'll be like,
Like a religion debate?
or whatever, not religion debate, just where you send the kids to school. I'd be like,
They're going to
there's
Parkside.
a lot of lessons in going to public school that you can't teach.
There
Like
is.
going to fucking put them in with the animals, put them in the cage and lock the fucking door and let them
Look,
learn.
look,
man.
and I had to save you.
Yeah, but then I always noticed, like, when we went to parties and shit, the kids that were partying in bad ways were kids that went to fucking Catholic school.
They were.
Oh, the fucking Catholic school kids?
They would-
Fuck.
they
St.
were-
Mary's kids were
they were
about
They
the
were.
powder.
They were suppressed.
Yeah.
They were suppressed.
They wanted
Exactly,
the
that's
hard
what I'm
drugs.
saying. I'm like, man, you gotta understand, like, no kids from Parkside were like, yo, let's do a bunch of coke.
I'm 1,000% sure.
Until they were
Yeah.
exposed to
Yeah.
it by these fucking
I'm
rich
a
Catholic
1,000%
kids.
sure I would have partied less in university if I just had some more freedom in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we just
100%.
partied, like we were just drinkers and potheads, and like people like look at us like, which is funny because like I've worked out of like town and shit, like in Guelph and stuff like that,
Right.
and where I said I was from Dundas and I went to Parkside, and there was this girl that was working in this lab, and this girl like I was just telling the guy that I was working with where I was from and where I went to school and shit, and then I said I was from Dundas, I went to Parkside, and all I heard is the fucking wheels on her chair roll back. She was in the other room. She like looks in the room, and she's like, "You went to Parkside?" And I was like, "Who the fuck are you and what do you know?" Because like now I'm curious. Like, how the fuck? Like this is hilarious. I don't know any schools in Guelph.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So she's like, I'm like, what do you know about us? And she's like, well, you guys are all crackheads. I was like,
Crackheads.
crackheads? Like, I don't know. There's crackheads come and chill in the park. But, like, I don't know, but like no, everyone there is just like drinkers and potheads.
There's
Like,
always stories going around.
you know, but it was
It's
just
just
hilarious
yeah,
though
yeah.
that like she knew exactly my school and shit, and it was like, what the fuck? Like you're 40 minutes out of town, like, because she was from Guelph, and I was like, this is hilarious because like everyone just, but I'm like the worst kids were like the kids that went to Catholic school and the kids that went to others like you know like ritzier places. They were the kids that came to parties and they brought Coke and they brought M and they brought. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? I'm like, I'm not doing this. I just want to smoke weed and drink beer.
I can't
Yeah.
believe that I never saw like cocaine or MDMA at a party until I turned like 22, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not a
Ish.
lot. There was a
Yeah.
couple kids.
There was
a couple kids that
23,
probably made
22,
ruined it for the rest of us.
I
But
remember seeing it at school, like in school,
Really?
in the bathrooms. Yeah, oh yeah.
Jeez.
first week of school, my first week in high school,
In the basement.
not in the basement, in the upstairs hallway, I was going to the bathroom. I was literally sitting there with my fucking shitty shag haircut and a fucking.
Do I know who it is? I think I know who it is.
Yeah, you definitely do. You definitely know who it is. My shitty shag haircut and a fucking American Eagle black or red and white stripe.
But you thought you looked sick.
Thought I looked sick, but I
Yeah.
only rocked the preppy look for 1 year because I hated it. My sister got me. She's like, "Oh, you gotta do preppy and you gotta wear American Eagle." And then in like grade 10, I went gangster again. I was like, "Fuck this." man. This is
LRG.
not who I am. I
I got
can't.
G-Unit shirts.
Back on.
Exactly. I got
Stay
it.
on.
Dusted
But
off.
I remember I was walking to the bathroom. Like I was like shook being in high school. Like I was scared of getting rooked and stuff and whatever. I was
What's
just
rooked?
getting like
You
initiated.
don't know what Rook
Like
did?
hazing,
Oh,
right?
rookied.
Getting rooked.
Oh, we just call it Rook.
We
Yeah,
called
rooked.
it initiated.
Yeah, whatever initiation, right? Like your fucking. What was it? The first week?
Grade 11s could get
Yeah.
you, but grade 10s could.
Grade,
Yeah,
grade
yeah.
10's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your first week.
So I was shook about getting rooked, where I was just walking around, like keeping to myself, like not just talking to people in my grade. Like I would talk to Will, Rand, like barely, but like I wouldn't talk to anybody. And
That was grade 11.
yeah, and I was like, "Fucking motherfucker's gonna get me. He's gonna set me up." But I was walking to the bathroom, and I did know who this kid was too, and he knew who I was, and it was funny because we both knew each other. He's
He's your
like,
buddy's older brother, yeah?
No. He comes up to me. The best part is he knew me, and I knew him. We've hung out before. He goes, "Yo, are you Mike Onulus?" And it was just me and him. I'm like, "Yo, you know me." And it was just me and him. Like he wasn't even doing it for anybody. So that just shows how dumb he is.
Or fucked up.
He's dumb though.
Yeah.
But he's just like, "Yo, you Mike Onulus?" I'm like, "Yes, man." He's just like, "Yo, you should buy mad drugs off me," and then he just left. And I was like, it was like on a Tuesday, my first Tuesday of grade 9. I'm like,
Tuesday.
And
sitting there, I'm like, I just went, what the fuck was that? I'm
I
like,
guess that's how easy it is.
I'm
to
like,
get
if I need a
drugs.
plug, I guess I got one. I don't want drugs. Like, I wasn't even smoking weed anymore. I wasn't even drinking. Yeah, I hadn't even drank really.
Anymore.
Yeah,
When sober in high school.
I smoked weed in like grade
I've had
6, but I never
Yeah.
got high. Right?
I
I
don't
didn't know
even-
what the fuck it even was. I never bought it. I never cared
Same.
about it.
I had a very similar experience. I remember when I was in grade 9, my very first 420 in grade 9. I was in the park, and this guy that we both know also, he just like comes up to me. He's in his car. Comes out of his car, walks over to me, goes, "Hey, Will, man, happy 420." He just like slaps a nug of weed in my hand. I was like, "Whoa, all right, sick, man, awesome." And I remember like I borrowed a zigzag from someone, and I just could not do it. Could not get anything smokable out of it.
It took me a long time ago to roll a joint.
And then I remember, and then I bought weed
I
off.
still don't know how.
It takes a
Bought
while.
weed off of our buddy, my future roommate. He was 2 years older than me, and I was like, "But can you just roll it up for me, man? Like, I don't even want the weed. Just like, can you just like roll it up? And can I just like buy like 3 joints off you?" He's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake."
Yeah,
Well,
Jesus
honestly,
Christ.
man.
Do you know how annoying that would be as a drug dealer?
He's
too?
like, "I'm not making any money off of this. I'm just gonna have to fuck it fine, man. Whatever. Here's 3 joints."
Yeah.
Like, all right, sick, man. Thanks.
No, but like it was, but that was really it. Like for the most part, like public school wasn't that bad. There was a lot of fights,
Fights.
a lot of fights, which was
There
fine.
was a lot of fights in Catholic school too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went to a way bigger school than us, though, too, right?
I think it was probably 2,000 kids.
yeah,
That was
way,
way fucking bigger.
4 times bigger.
We had like
5.
800 when I started, I
I
think.
think there was 400
We had
when I was.
four-
When
we
I
had
was
I think there were 6 when I left.
We had 4 lunch periods by the time I was in grade 12.
Oh,
See, that's like
yeah.
that's different, right? Like that's like what you're exposed to. Like
Yeah.
you all you're gonna go to Catholic school. You're exposed.
But you-
to
yeah.
a lot of people.
It was at
And you might not see people though. Like we knew all 800 kids.
It was
like, you
it
know?
was amazing. Like I remember my grade 12 year thinking that there was people I was meeting my first 3rd period lunch. I just got lucky, had 4th period lunch, grade 9, 10, 11. In grade 12 I had 3rd.
So that's the same with me.
And it was
actually.
like it was 100, 150, 200, 300 people I'd never seen before.
That's so
like
fucked.
holy shit! Like, what the fuck are you
that
guys
kind of
doing?
sucks though. Like here was kind of like I know every single person.
Yeah,
I knew.
I only knew
everyone.
them from like playing basketball. Like I knew them from sports, but
Right.
it was more like, not too much harm, but like they knew who I was, but I had never met them before.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The cafeteria is, well, I don't know how big your calf was. Our calf was like probably 400 people big.
Ours wasn't that big.
Pretty fucking big.
Ours
Our calf was like.
And
And I ran for
big.
student council in grade 9 too, like on the
Grade
3rd day or
9?
something. 3rd day or something like that. I like gave a speech in front of all the grade 9s.
Jesus Christ!
Fucking-
set yourself up. For
Holy
fucking
shit!
failure.
I lost.
Yeah, but who
Okay,
cares
but-
about that? The fucking if you ran in general,
I know.
like there were
I
certain
know.
people that ran and were just like
Oh my
you know,
God,
these
yeah.
kids, like,
Especially like you're gonna put on like a fucking. If you're not even gonna be real, you're gonna be like act like a politician.
I
in
didn't
grade
even
9.
I didn't
It's
even
like-
write anything. I didn't write anything. That was the first time I got in front of the mic without writing anything.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general. I remember that shit. It was like the debates. It's like you're taking this seriously.
Debates?
Oh,
What
you're
debates?
a fucking
You guys
It
had
was
debates?
weirdo.
It
You
was
said debates?
Yeah.
dude. It was the kids that they were music majors.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
sit music class. Like, that's what that was their like gym. They
Yeah.
take music instead. They didn't like taking gym.
Jim was the
They
best.
got their mandatory credits and bounced on gym class. It was like, okay,
Yeah.
fine, I get it, but like,
Remember the student council room? They had their own cool little
Yeah,
room.
it
You
was
go in,
just
they had, like, a couple
fucking
couches.
shit. And
It
that's
was
what-
like the size of this, literally like this, maybe even smaller. And there was like 2 couches and like a computer.
And
And
they
they were like,
hang
"Sorry,
out."
you're not allowed in."
Yeah.
Student council.
And then
that's where I
our
remember.
buddy
That's where,
Jake O'Donnell became president, and he's like, "Yeah, we can fucking chill in here."
yeah, yeah, he was actually kind of cool. I
He's
like
the
Jake.
president. Just
Jake
like,
was
Yeah.
fucking cool.
He
I
is
like
whatever
Jake
you
because he
want.
was just like a random kid that was like he had his fucking feet in both.
Both camps. Yeah,
Yeah, and he was
fuck
just
yeah.
chilling. And he
How
was
did he become the president?
I don't know. He
Let's
was like
vote.
this
Did you
diplomat.
guys vote?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I
But
didn't
he was
know.
like our good buddy, but like he was also kind of like friends with like everyone a little bit.
Right.
And he's just like a very affable kind of guy. Like he was like more a popular kid, but he was never bully anyone.
Dude,
Like,
he fucking
you
like
could-
I barely knew that kid whatsoever. I knew him. I talked to him like a handful of times. He fucking messages like he added me on Instagram. Like I've barely talked to him, and then he just like I'll post like a story or something. He'll respond to me.
Really?
Yeah, randomly.
Still?
Yeah.
Just a nice
What the
guy.
fuck?
Yeah, he's just like a
Nice
fucking
guy.
like and it's like I obviously respond back. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
man, like fuck, I haven't seen you in forever. I don't know him, but like fuck, and it's like
He's just priming the bumper when he runs for prime minister. now.
maybe, but he's just like a solid dude. Like, he's an affable dude. It's exactly
Yeah.
what he is. He's
You
just,
don't
I like
realize-
him. I don't know what it is about him. I just
He's
like
super
him.
non-threatening,
I just like
man.
him.
You don't realize how
Like him for
important
nothing.
Like,
Yeah.
that demeanor is when you're in high school. You have no idea what the value of something like that is, because everyone else is doing the opposite, right? They're either too shy to say anything, or they're too
Too cool.
overbearing and bullying. And
Or they're like,
cool.
yeah, like they're just like, oh, I can't talk to those people because
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I'm like
it's
above
like, it's
them.
like a lower caste.
I'd like
Yeah.
to say that I was like that, but I was not like that. I was 100% a fucking bully.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
Oh yeah, you weren't thinking you're too cool, but you were just like, fuck these people.
Because everybody, the kid, like, if I ever, like, got into a confrontation with someone, it had nothing to do with being cool.
No.
It was like, this kid's talking back, I'm not being disrespected, fuck this kid.
Do you
Right.
still talk to people you talked to when you were in high school? Besides,
I've seen
besides
them.
like this guy and your other like long.
Yeah,
Guys
yeah.
that we knew before high school.
When I
Yeah.
see them,
Yeah.
when I see
You know
them,
what I
because
mean?
when I worked
I
at the
don't
Collins,
really.
when I worked at the Collins,
I don't at all.
when I worked at the Collins, kids would, like, cycle through.
Mm.
And I would
Yeah,
see them, and I would be like, then you'd hang out with, like,
But that's-
different random kids that you went to school with,
Right.
but then you work with them.
But
So you
that's
develop
even
relationships.
different though, because those are kids that you didn't even really chill with that much in high school.
Never chilled with them, knew them, they were in my grade, like,
Yeah.
we had, like, class together and shit, but we never hung out.
But Mike's like age was like a lot like way more tight knit than ours was. Like everyone like I don't know, everyone's like kind of tight knit in high school, but like it seems like your group. First of all, your group just didn't leave Dundas. Everyone is still in Dundas and still hangs around.
Mm.
So you still see
Very
a lot of
few,
people.
like, went off.
Yeah, so you
Very
still
few.
see a lot of those people that you went to high school with.
Yeah.
So you're definitely way more friends with them than I am. Because the people that I went to high school with, I'm also a little bit older than you, but they're all just like
Oh.
everywhere.
Do you hang out with people you went to university with still?
No.
I don't at all.
No.
Like I don't. I talk to them once in a blue moon,
I
but
still,
I'm the same
talk to
way.
some kids I went to college with.
Every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah,
You're definitely way better at cultivating relationships than I am.
I like because it's people that I like.
But at the
Yeah.
time, like at the time, like what you just said about the work thing there, that struck a chord, because I can think about like all the jobs I've had over the years, whether it was the pawn shop or Zellers or like any of the other places I've worked, government too, actually, like different like eras of my government career, I've hung out with like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I mature out of it or move, it's like a hard out, basically, save for like one or
Right.
two people, right? Like the one or two people I'd like to keep around, I keep them around.
Yeah.
And we still talk, we still see each other, but then that's it. And it changes every time I switch jobs or switch like whatever priorities. High school, I can't imagine still seeing people I knew only from high school.
You think that's because like there were so many people in high school, your group is spread so thin?
My
Like,
buddies that I know and still talk to, like that'll be in the wedding party, for example, are guys I've known my whole life, elementary school, high school. But like
Right.
people I met in high school, I can't think of a single person off the top of my head that I still talk to with
or
like,
have talked to?
I talk to them like, same kind of shit. Like you post a story that might pique their interest and they
But
send
are
you a
they still
message.
around? Like that is still because you kind of live in the same neighborhood.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I never ask. I
Right.
don't want to find out. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to like.
Well, for me, it's kind of like,
How much time do you have for a new friend?
well, I don't have any time for anyone.
You know what I mean?
First of all,
So-
well, obviously COVID, but even like pre-COVID, it's kind of like I'm spending time with the people that I want to spend time with, and
Right.
people like that I'm closest with. Where like I'm like canceling plans just to like chill and drink with like just Mike on a fucking Friday. You know, like
Yeah.
I'd rather just like chill with like us all night than even just like go
Yeah.
out on a limb and be like catch up with this guy.
Yeah,
you know.
what's the
It's
point?
gonna be
But, like,
subpar.
But it's like, and now
Or you
now
just catch up.
that's exactly because now I'm at the point where I'm like I think like legit like reintroduce myself to these people. Now where it's like.
Yeah.
Oh, like what have you been doing the last 10 years? It's like, oh,
10
yeah,
years?
true. Well,
Yeah, that's
I've
the
been
thing,
out of high
too.
school for like 10 years.
Yeah, people are calling you after 10 years. And
No, but I'm saying like
"Yo,
if
let's
that's
see
what I
what's going
wanted
on."
to do now, like, well, I mean, like a buddy that I do know, like I see him periodically, and it's like we're still like chill when we see each other periodically, but like very very rarely. But it's not like we're not like he's not like oh like how's like your work, you know, like how's like where you work and like this and this and this. He doesn't know anything about me, you know. We're
So you gotta
like
go
personalities are fine, but like
It's a lot of small talk.
that's exactly.
It's just like,
Nothing worse than that.
rather have a weather chat.
Yeah, it's nothing
Yeah.
worse than that.
Yeah, exactly. And like I've never gotten close to anyone that I fucking work with because they're all fucking weirdos.
Yeah, fair.
for the most part. I don't know. Like I think my job just breeds weirdos. Plus, I don't live at where my work is, so I'm not near any of them. So
That's
like
true.
when they ask me to chill after work, it's like what I'm gonna do, and then just like chill till like 7, have beers, and just drive home for an hour. Fuck that, you know.
So the
And then
only
just talk about work.
Exactly.
basically the only good buddies I've made in the last, I don't know, 7-8 years have been people I work with.
Oh yeah.
I mean, apart
That's
from
what
like
you do, though.
yeah, apart from like, I mean, your sister and I've been together for the better part of a decade now, but like before that, in between university and Ken's, the only other guy friends I made were guys I met through girls I was dating.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like you would get involved in like a group for 6 months, 8 months.
You're more
and
so
then
forming
disappear, right?
alliances is what you're doing. You're not really making friends.
Sort
I was gonna
of,
say, like-
sort of. Yeah, maybe you're right.
Because
Yeah,
like
maybe you're
right now, like I can think of a scenario where I've been in, like I've been dating my girlfriend now for like I don't know, decent amount of time.
Yeah.
Like, and like before also. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we kind of know each
Yeah,
other.
you guys were on and off and back on.
Yeah, but
So
like
it's been a
so
while.
now I met like one of her best friends, boyfriends. I don't know, maybe 8 months ago, and like super good guy. Liked him a lot, chilling. We hang out probably like 5 or 6 times. I like the guy.
Broke
But
up.
then they broke up. Am I ever gonna see that guy again? Fuck no.
No.
Am I ever
Yeah.
gonna message him? No. Why would I?
Yeah,
I'm not that guy. If he messages me, cool. But he also he lives like in Burlington. Like
won't happen.
it's never gonna happen.
Yeah,
You know, it's
won't
like
happen.
not like a waste of time, but it's like that was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
But like not a lot. Like at this point, almost 30.
There's a lot of these like short wick relationships where like
It's cool.
the-
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's
You just
fine.
gotta like if you like, you just gotta like the way I look at it. I'm like, oh cool, I'm glad to know you. Whatever, see ya.
Do you think like you would have been fine with that 5 years ago?
I don't know.
5, yes.
5
10, maybe not.
10,
5
you
years-
probably
5 years
still
ago,
like
I would've
talk
cared
to
about
you.
it.
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah.
I would have made more of an effort 10 years ago.
You know what I
Because
mean?
it's like, oh, like I don't know where I'm going in my life. Like I don't know. I'm still trying to like make a bunch of friends.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I was in university 10 years ago, right? So it's
Mm.
like I don't know who's gonna stick and what's not gonna stick. You might as well like stick it out. Now I'm like I know who's around. I know who I like to be with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're there, but like. You know, it's just weird. What am I going to invite you around when your ex-girlfriend hangs around?
Yeah,
also?
we're that close. It would be different, I think, if you didn't have like a solid group of friends to begin with.
That's true.
Like if you don't have like, a
100%,
solid group of
that's
friends, you kind of reach, but like
For sure. Or like if I moved to like Oakville and didn't know anyone, I'd be like, "Yo, what are you saying tonight?"
Look
You
at this,
know,
this guy's mustache is just polluted with
foam.
different sort of fermented juices.
it smells good.
Let's finish with one more topic here. Something that came up in my friend group not long ago.
Wait, I got something to tell too, but go ahead.
You want to finish with yours?
Sure, if you want. It's gonna change the subject, so yeah.
Okay, let's finish. Okay, I'll do this and we'll finish with yours.
Because I have a recommendation.
Okay,
Mm.
we'll finish with that. What would it take for you to go to your 20-year high school reunion?
What would it take?
Yeah, would you go?
No.
I think I was just there last weekend, so fuck.
Yeah, true.
Different story though. But like, if you had to go
But
to
our-
a 20-year reunion
We
from
don't
high
have a
school,
fucking high school anymore. Our high school's
20-year, you're.
I go.
I'm
Nothing. It
about-
would take nothing for me to go.
I'm
yeah,
about
fuck it, I'm
fifth.
interested to see what people are saying.
I'm only 4 years away from that. I'll be 34 in September.
Oh, I'm fucking crazy.
I'm only 4 years away.
Yeah, that's
So-
fucking nuts.
So would I go to my high school reunion
Wow, that's crazy.
my 20 year?
Holy fuck.
Maybe. I finished
I'd go,
university
fuck
a
it.
decade ago. I've been out of university for a decade.
True. I finished high school like a decade ago.
Yeah. So like I'm only 4 years away from my 20-year high school reunion.
I don't
So,
know, man.
would
Like,
I
I
go?
haven't seen those
I don't
people
know.
in a long time.
What would it take? I in my head, again, this came up with me and my buddies a little while ago. I wanted to pitch to you guys. In my head, there's like 3 or 4 factors. I don't really have this pinned down yet, but I'll try and draw it out. One would be the venue. If it was close to me, I would go.
Yeah.
The other would be if the thing was doing dates. I read a lot of high school venues or high school reunions don't do dates. So like if I couldn't bring your sister, I probably wouldn't go.
Oh, so they only want the people who went there.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
you gotta be dating someone from your high school class
If
to
you-
go.
if
That'd be a
bring
real
a date,
fun
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
They're fighting.
Chances are it would never happen, right?
Nah.
Like, yeah. So like, and the third one would be
I would like that better, I think.
The-
No dates.
no dates.
It'd
Yeah.
be funnier.
I went-
way more entertaining.
I went back and forth. If it was no dates, I would have to guarantee that Phil would come with me, or like Al Mastro would come with you.
Well, that's what it would be like. You just
Yeah.
hang out with your friends.
Yeah.
You're kicking it in the
But it'd be
hallway.
jokes. But it'd be jokes because like,
You'd just be looking at people.
and we'd be
That's
better.
exactly
We'd
what
be
it would
better
be,
off,
exactly.
right? And the third piece, you already know what the third piece is. What's the third piece? How would you get
How
me
well off you are?
No. How would you get me to the high school reunion?
If
What are
there's
you eating?
open bar.
Open bar.
Yeah,
It's
fuck
the third
yeah.
place.
It would have to be an open, but it
Open
would never be an open bar.
Well, I pay $50.
Oh yeah. I would
Oh,
do that.
shit.
Yeah, if there's
I don't
drinking,
need. I don't need dinner. Like we start at 7:00 if you want. I'll eat before I
It
go.
would just be like, but like honestly, I don't even know who I would go. Oh, I go with Sophie probably, because like and Claire. We'd be. We'd
So
go.
hang on,
We'd
you
go
guys-
for sure. We'd be chilling.
If you guys are you the same age, Sophie and Claire?
Yeah.
Okay, so like
And we would go. We'd be chilling, but we would just be like, yo, look at that fucking person. that guy.
yeah, that's the thing. Look how fat he got.
Yeah.
So would you go?
Now that I'm thinking about who I could go with, then yeah, fuck yeah.
You
I'd
go.
I'd go for sure.
Yeah?
It would take
Yeah.
nothing for me to be like, oh yeah, I'm down. I'm compelled.
Well, because you hang out with those people every
Yeah.
weekend anyway.
Yeah.
So
But,
it's like,
what if it was like in, I don't know, like if it wasn't in Dundas, or for me, if it wasn't at like Carmen's or something, if it was like in Burlington or.
yeah, go.
You'd still go. You make a point of going.
Why not?
What
What else am I doing?
Sell it to me.
What else am I doing?
I don't know.
I'm down to go check it out. I'm interested. It's like not from like I don't want to brag. I don't want to be like, yo, this is what I'm up to. I'm curious what they're up to.
Right.
People that I haven't talked to, people that I never talked to begin with.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is this guy up to? Like, a lot of people were like, fucking a lot of smart kids. I'm like, what are you doing? You saving the planet? Like, what you should be?
yeah.
But I did notice, like, a lot of those guys, or guys and girls, are not fucking up to much.
100%. I
Which is a
totally
trick.
agree.
And like all those motherfuckers that like look down on me, I'm
You
like,
find
yo,
that too.
Fuck yeah. If you're like super smart, you were like, not even that, they weren't like, they weren't looking down on me
This
and
is
like our
This
group.
is Dundas problem.
maybe they were looking down on me. I'll tell you that.
Maybe.
Okay.
But they were also like the weirdos. So a lot of them were like the weirdo smart people a lot of them are just not killing it now. They're just like, because they went into the wrong thing. They followed their passion, and like that passion doesn't make any money.
Turns out the guidance counselor was just a stoner idiot. So since
They're looking at me, I'm like, yo, bitch.
we didn't get the single life update from you, is it fair to say? Maybe fair to say is the wrong.
We want me to go there and fucking start winging chicks?
I want to know.
That's not a bad call.
I want to know if you go there trying to smash somebody. Yeah.
I mean, if I was single, that's never not an option.
Yeah,
Of course
fuck
it's
yeah.
an option. Of course I'd be looking at it. Like, who's a prospect now?
Yeah,
Like,
true.
why wouldn't I? I'd be like, nah, you know what? It's too weird. I went to high school with it. Like, fuck it. I'd be like, why not?
For sure.
Why wouldn't you go with that kind of open mind?
And I like the no date thing because it's like you are forced to go with other people of that,
Yeah.
and like you can't be like to your date, be like, that's this person. There's no like
No, you
meeting
have to
people.
There's no safe haven for you.
Exactly.
You're just in the dungeon as soon
Which
as
is
you
super
yeah.
jokes that you like voluntarily go
And
with
they
that.
they lock the door as soon as you get there. You can't leave.
Till 5 a.m.
That's
You're
where you're
there
all
all
staying.
night.
Until all the booze is
At
gone.
It's 20. What is it?
At
24
2
hour
a.m.
famine.
Yeah,
You're volunteering.
At 2 a.m. they bring in pizza pockets and baseball bats,
and tequila shots.
and then you see what happens. That's it.
It's a good way to fucking clear up.
So you would go. You'd be into
Yeah,
it.
I'd go.
I think I would go too.
I wouldn't say
I'm getting
into
more
it.
hyped about it the more we talk about it.
I wouldn't be
Yeah,
into
sure.
it. I wouldn't be into it,
Because
but
we
I
all
was
did
never
okay.
not into it. I'd be like, yeah, fuck, I'd go to it. Why not?
Like we all did okay, but there's people who are like in our age demo who didn't do okay.
Fuck yeah,
Or
but they
who,
wouldn't go.
peaked-
That's the thing.
Who like peaked in high school.
But like they wouldn't
Yeah.
go though, and that would suck because
I
like
don't
those are the people you want to go, so you can like look at them and be like, yo, look at those fucking guys.
Little loser.
Look at
I wouldn't
that
even
guy.
be like that. I honestly wouldn't be like that. I wouldn't be judgmental at all. I'd be like sitting there and be like, look, man, I got a job. I'm fucking doing
You
it.
might be though.
I don't think I would be like that. I really don't because
Maybe
I,
not.
I was like that in high school.
Maybe after a few beers.
But like not to their face, but if you were trying to tell me if some guy
On
walked
episode 99.
I'll tell you, I'll tell you, I'll tell
come
you,
back
I'll
and say,
tell
yeah, I
you.
just got back from the
I'll tell you.
high school reunion.
I'll tell you who I would be like that about. It would not be the kids who are not killing it. It'd be the kids who are not killing it, who have been acting like they've been killing it.
Love
Then
it.
I'd be like,
well, yeah.
fuck these guys.
Love
Those are the people that I'd be pointing fingers
That's the
at.
right sentiment. That's right.
Those are the guys I'd be
What if,
pointing
like,
fingers at.
me and you were there and like there's some like guy that we know and he just walks in and he's bald, super
That's
bald.
fucking.
You'd be
But
like,
like, what do you? Obviously, you're gonna fucking.
Why do you
poke
care
fun.
if he's bald? We're all gonna be bald.
because
someday.
it would be so jokes.
It would be
That
funny, yeah,
fucking
but like, yeah,
awesome.
of course, but like, it wouldn't.
Listen, by the time in 4 years, I could be bald,
And
when
everybody's
I go
gonna be looking at you.
And when I go
Sorry.
to my high school reunion, I don't want to be bald, but I might be in 4 years.
Then
But
you
like
gotta go.
that shit, obvious. Of course, you're gonna make a comment, like motherfucker, got bald.
That's what you say.
Of course, you're gonna do that. But like when I'm talking about like judging people like
Imagine-
severely, I'd be like, yo,
Oh, no.
you're acting like you're crushing it, and you're a joke.
Why don't we do an
Yeah.
ASMR video series like POV? You're with Mike at the high school reunion. Yo, this motherfucker got bald.
wear a GoPro and a mic. I would honestly, I would do that. I would do that.
You're only whispering, crush.
I would do that 100%. I would honestly, I would show you. I would 100% give you my first person view of like me reacting with people, because I would talk to them all, because there'd probably be a few people that I would apologize to.
You think?
No way.
Yeah, well, you guys weren't doing what I was doing in high school.
I know what you did for the most part.
I wasn't like a dick, but I was like very confrontational. Motherfuckers they didn't get that.
Did you not bloom? Did you bloom late?
What do you mean?
Were you like?
No,
I was big, but like I wasn't like
I
got
big.
big.
I don't mean that. I mean like as far as like I don't know, what's the way to put it? Like as far as maturity and maybe like attractiveness to the opposite sex.
No, I was always good, but it was like
Mike was dating the same person like
yeah.
That's right.
But it was more so like who I hung out with like outside school and the people that I chose to show with in school.
Right.
We were like different. Like when people would like I would never like start shit with anybody ever. But then people would be like,
but you'd be like, what was that?
Yeah, the kids would like I don't know, I would be playing rough in gym class or something like that, and then the kid would decide that he's gonna stand up for himself, and I'd be like, wrong dude, because I'm fucking down as fuck for this. I don't know how to react properly. I don't think things through. I fucking know how to fight right away, because I grew up with kids that like if I didn't fight every day, I'm getting my ass kicked. So at least if I'm getting my ass kicked, I'm going down fighting. So then when it came down to hanging out with the kids my age, it would be like, oh, this is a joke.
You want
to fucking do what my friends do to me? I'm gonna fuck you up. And that's which is not right. But that's just how it was.
So that's who you would apologize to.
Yeah.
Do you think you would be a coveted target for the women in your graduating class?
What do you mean?
At this point in the game, as a romantic partner?
I don't fucking know.
What about you?
I don't know if I want to date someone
Probably.
Well,
you talking about for me or him?
You. It gets easier as you get older. You don't have to rely on
it's easier, but like
the bank account gets a little thicker.
I'm saying in that room where you guys are all locked in with your graduating class.
I think that
I think
what I was before versus what I am now.
Yeah.
For sure, now is way higher.
Right.
My stock went up.
That's what I was asking. That's what I was asking you.
I'd say so.
Too, right? Did you peak in high school?
No, I didn't.
I'm still peaking, man.
But people, I think a lot of guys.
Buzz cut.
I think a lot of guys are our age.
Same.
I was just a funny kid.
A lot of guys our age peaked in high school. I think.
You think?
Yeah.
What do you think?
That a lot of guys peaked in high school.
No, yourself.
Oh, easy, way higher on the stock market.
Now.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
not even close.
I
would walk into a room with my high school class and be an apex predator compared to grade 12, especially. Fucking
first speaking there with voice cracks and fucking teeth like mine.
Total joke. I had never seen a weight room. I'd never fucking done any of that stuff.
Same
Think
here.
about the way you took care of yourself for the last 10 15 years.
Because not even that though. Honestly, it's like it's definitely that as well. But like
mental maturity,
like it's like personality.
It all works together. It all works together.
Yeah, you just hold yourself in a different fucking.
For sure, like the half the shit that like at least I took, like I would never be like, oh yeah, like that's cool,
right?
You know,
you show up wearing like probably a nice outfit,
a Nietzsche suit.
Would you wear a suit to your high school?
Like a sweatsuit?
Yeah,
like a Rocco or sweatsuit.
I was thinking maybe Ennis.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah. No, I don't know. I probably would just I'd be wearing like my overalls.
You come right from the rental.
Well,
have you seen my flat pencil?
Yeah, I have a $6. Oh, whoops. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think so too. But I think I did for sure. I'm peaking now. I'm glad I didn't fucking peak in high school. I fucking did a lot to peak in high school. It just never fucking happened.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I was also like, I was dating somebody the whole fucking time, so I was like almost lazy.
Yeah.
I was working out, but like that was for different reasons. I was working out to curb
to
my
fuck with the nerds.
Yeah, that's what it really was. I really just want to beat somebody up.
You had to be the king of the Sims.
Well, I had to put up a fair fight. These motherfuckers were hanging out. They're getting huge. I'm like, if I fucking don't start working out, I'm fucked.
Do you guys go to like stags? Like, I can think of like a few stags I've been to, and like every time I go to a stag, I just think like, oh my god, I can't believe how much cooler I am than
Oh yeah, I haven't. No,
That's
but
it's a
but
tough thing to say. I've never
Yeah.
said that about myself ever. I'm
Yeah.
way too cool to be.
I don't think I'm way too cool. I just think like I'm way cooler than most of the people here.
It's
I
tough.
haven't-
It's
but
tough
we
when you're just like oh man,
That's not-
I
it's
don't wanna-
not-
I don't want to talk to any. of
But
these
no
guys.
one our age has like gotten married, like from our friend
No
group,
one.
really. So
Really?
like we
Zero
haven't been to
people.
stags or anything.
Zero
yeah,
people.
fuck
Yeah,
that. The
what?
stags that we go to were like people that are like from our
Older.
hockey team that are like older.
I haven't been to a single
No.
one of my like
Older
friends
than
from high
me?
school's wedding.
I'm 33.
They're
Almost.
about your age, maybe even
Yeah,
older
so
than
that's
that.
like
Yeah.
that's like the right age.
But like for us though, like I don't know anyone our age that has had like a stag that I've been invited to.
Nope. People got married, yeah, but I wasn't friends with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of our friends got married.
Do you want to
Oh,
give
fuck
your
no.
recommendation?
Sure.
What is it? We're
It-
finishing with this. We're an hour and 48
It's
minutes.
more of a story, but like there is a
Stellar
fucking recommendation. So this is what happened to me on the way. Oh man, you gotta fuck. Alright, man, fuck it.
Well, we kill time for 5
What
seconds.
are we
So
pausing?
okay, so yeah, no. My fucking. So I'll just say my recommendation. My recommendation is to not act on your anger immediately.
Oh fuck.
Do
this
not
story.
act on your
Has
anger.
Will heard this?
No,
Oh,
I got, you're the only one who knows.
This is gonna be good. We gotta tell him. Yeah, this is a good story. It's a quality piece of content that Mike wanted to say for the podcast. But when he came to our place at, I don't know, he probably got here around 5,
Yeah.
and he couldn't keep it
Couldn't
off.
even.
His,
Yeah, I was fired up, man.
couldn't keep it off his chest. Had to
Fucking
get it
fired
off.
up. Yeah, I was fired up, and I was gonna save it, but like, yeah, I had to say it because it just happened. So I was like, so yeah, like I said,
So
my-
you're in the plaza in Dundas.
yeah, I went to the liquor
What are you
store.
doing?
I was
You
just
getting
getting the liquor
Busch
store,
Lights?
just getting Busch Lights. man.
Busch Lights.
Liquor store. I was, new coat. I'm like, I'm not going to beer store. My
Yeah,
liquor store might
yeah.
be seen.
Right.
we talked about that last week.
So yeah, so
Yeah,
I was
You
like,
go to the beer store when you're fucking like when you're looking like shit.
so
You might see some hot Mac chicks if you go to the
maybe
LCBO.
money. And I was
Especially
leaving,
down
so I was
there.
leaving, right? I was leaving. So when you leave the plaza, you can take that little fucking off ramp to go into the hill, that to the right to go towards Hamilton.
Yeah.
So I'm there, and I literally like I wasn't like checking my phone or anything. I looked down at something, and I think I was looking for my water bottle, and the car in front of me went. So it was like a 2-second delay, max. Guy behind me's honking his horn.
Uh-huh.
So obviously I'm like, what the fuck? So I look at, I was already driving as he's honking.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm driving, and I'm like, he's behind me, putting my hand, I'm like, what the fuck are you honking at? Guy comes up beside me.
That guy?
The guy comes up beside me.
How?
Because there's 2 lanes.
Oh, when
I
you're
was
turning
like-
right out of
I'm
your
turning right to come up. He's going.
He made a point coming up beside him.
Yeah.
He drove beside me. Fucking him and his dad and his son. His son fucking flips me off.
How do you know it was a dad and his son?
I'm about to tell you. Fucking
Alright.
so it's fucking. So I'm like fucking saying fuck you, man. Like obviously because I'm fucking pissed because I was like I didn't even do anything
You're
wrong.
double in it.
I was double.
Knees
on the
knees
wheel.
on the wheel.
Fuck you. I'm like fuck you. I'm like can't even hear me. Windows are up.
Yeah.
I'm freak. I'm like alright, fuck this. The guy's like a bit ahead of me. I fucking sped up. Because
Yeah.
I want to see this motherfucker now. And I get beside him, and I'm like, fuck you. The sun rolls down his window. I'm like, oh, perfect. Roll down. My window's down now.
Uh-huh.
Been down. His son fucking's like, you're a fucking. His dad's like, pull over.
Wait a minute. How did you see what the son was saying?
Well,
Both have their windows down.
He had a mask on. The son had a mask on.
Okay.
In the car with his dad, no mask
He was
on.
masked up in the car
With his dad.
Yeah, so his dad's like,
Okay.
pull over, motherfucker.
This guy was flattening the curve.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting
They
there.
may not live together.
Oh my god.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, fuck yeah, 100% up here, I'm going this way. Like, fucking you go, and I'll follow you 100%. His son fucking pulls down his mask, fucking spits at me. Right away, the spit just goes right out the window.
Obviously.
So I'm like,
Sad,
oh
no
yeah.
girth, no weight.
I'm
to the
like,
spit.
oh yeah, bitch, you want to see some shit? Just spit a huge fucking spit. Hit the fucking mirror, and fucking he got hit with shrapnel. The kid
Too
did.
bad he still didn't have COVID.
Yeah, I'm like fucking sitting. I'm like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, and I'm sitting there.
That might be. I might have to cut that out.
And I'm like, oh, motherfucker. I'm like, yo, 2 things gonna happen. We're peeking off a bit because his son's like, giving me
How
the
old is
crazy-
this guy?
The dad
The
is
son?
The son is young, like 20s, like early 20s.
Okay,
Like,
but okay, they're not that
Old enough to know.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, he's
old enough to get his
perfect.
ass beat.
So I'm like sitting there peeking. I'm like, 2 things gonna happen. You're gonna get beat up in front of your dad, or you're gonna get beat up in front of your son. I don't give a shit. Like, fuck you both. You want to do 2-on-1? You fuck. And they're just like, yeah, fuck you. I'm like, what are you gonna do? I fucking lead, man. Lead the fucking. So like, and then they just.
I literally thought it was gonna be like, oh, and then I knew the dad and the son.
No, I wish I did. I would love to right now.
uh,
And then they just went to Hamilton, and I'm fucking sitting there. I'm just going. Man, got
Pulled off
in
into the right wingers parking lot.
Yeah, I was so praying.
Oh, like they went straight, you went right.
Yeah,
to
and I was just like sitting there. I'm like, but I'm like, fuck you. I'm like, you motherfuckers, man. Like
they just that's all they wanted.
they
to
were
do.
not
You know
down.
that, 100%.
You could have killed him.
So what my recommendation is don't react on anger if somebody's fucking down.
What
Like,
should you do, Mahatma Gandhi?
well, I'd be like, because what I would do is follow them and beat the fuck out of them. They're lucky I wasn't.
Were you behind them?
I was behind him, but I was going right.
Oh,
I was
you
in
were
that
gonna
lane.
alter your path.
Well, I was in the lane and I had to stop for traffic. But if they were down, they would have kept going.
Yeah,
They would have stopped and got in the lane. They just kept going, and I'm like, you motherfuckers are lucky, man, because I didn't even do anything. So like my recommendation is like, don't just act on like how you feel at a specific point in time, because people are down for this shit, and I was so down.
Wait a minute. Your recommendation is for them?
They started it. They
I
fucking started it.
thought you were saying don't react in the moment. Like for you.
For them,
no.
For them.
Put up their whole
Exactly.
Because
That's exactly what it
Because
is.
you might get got.
Exactly.
100%, man.
Exactly. This is not a lesson for me. I didn't do anything. I was down.
Don't be all bark, no bite.
That's right. I'm like,
Oh,
you
no.
motherfucker. I'm like, what are you gonna do? You and your dad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would love to ice your dad in front of you.
You almost cut off the family
Yeah.
name?
And I was so down.
How old was his dad?
And it's like, I don't know. All I know is if he missed his first shot,
Was he?
Bone
Yeah.
density low.
No,
Like
Oh,
he was driving deep into
He was-
Anderson. He wasn't living in the West
he was a
End.
thick boy.
Okay.
All I gotta say is if he missed,
He was out of breath.
he's out of breath or he's throwing something out.
Right.
So
right.
now he's immobilized, and I'm free to kick the shit out of his son who spat at me.
And you know the son isn't gonna like jump in at the same time. Like not strategic.
can't.
He's gonna
No.
watch his dad get beat
Dude,
and
he's
then
looking
get
at me like he's
involved.
giving me like crazy eyes. I'm like, yo, motherfucker, you think I'm scared of that? I love that shit. Like, I'm so down for like, I'm begging you to pull over, you idiot. Like, what are you doing? Like, if you're gonna put up or shut up, if you're gonna fucking do that, you better go all the fucking way, man. Because people
100%.
are down for that shit.
You know those two have been beaten up so many times.
They've never been in a fight in their life.
You don't think?
No way. People that have been in fights don't act like that.
I don't know. I may
Do not act like that.
What's,
No, because they know what a repercussion is.
What's your recommendation?
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm just happy I hit that
Is there
motherfucker
anything
with
like
my
that?
stick.
The only time that I would ever fight, well, there's a few
Mike's
reasons.
recommendation
but-
basically boils down to don't
Don't
say
fuck
something
with
that
Mike
might
on
wind
the
up
road.
getting you in a fight on the side of the highway with
I was
Mike.
down.
Yeah,
I was
with him.
So
Yeah.
down.
Or
I
if
was
you do,
so down. I'm
follow
still
through
down.
with it.
Yeah,
I hope
be
they
ready.
listen to this
Yeah.
show. I hope they listen to the show, and it was me. It was fucking me.
If you know a man who's had too many bonbons and maybe has a kid but who wears a mask in the car, let me know. Reach out to me on Twitter.
It would have been
What's
different.
that?
It would have been different if
What's
he
up,
did.
rough
It would have been
around?
different.
I got a fourth mic. We can at least get the top.
If it was just
Wear your
smack talk, I would have been fine. But the fact that he spit,
Yeah.
different.
That's
man.
bad. Spitting is
Way
bad.
different.
Oh, so bad.
He spit. I was like, you. Fuck.
Yeah.
And if I didn't get the better of him in that exchange, I probably would have gotten in the other
Spitting
way.
is universal admission that you're,
That's
you're
assault.
ready to go.
Yeah,
Ready to
that's
go.
assault for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
And like if I didn't, like I said, if
Spitting
I didn't
assault?
best him in that exchange, I would have fucking followed him for sure. I swear to God.
I was just like, I am not like a super confrontational guy, but when I get road rage, I will fucking fight someone.
Yeah.
I've told someone to fucking pull over on the highway before on my way
Really?
to work. Oh fuck.
On
yeah.
your way to work.
Oh fuck yeah.
It's different, man. It's different, and like it was just like the fact that I did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Like he was just fucking having a shit day. Both of them were probably going like he's probably picking his son up from his ex-wife's
At the bus
house.
stop.
This and that. I'm like, man, this is such a bad idea for you, and
He
I'm
was driving
so
on-
happy
that guy
to
was driving on a
fell into
suspended
my
license,
lap.
What?
probably.
What kind of car would they drive?
SUV.
Taurus.
SUV. Couldn't.
Exactly.
It
I
was
thought
a white
Taurus, like a
SUV.
Sebring or a
White
uh,
SUV.
Chrysler Neon.
White SUV.
Dodge Neon.
Dodge Neon.
White SUV.
White SUV.
Yeah,
It's
it was
fucking-
and like the fact that he's like pull over. I was like 100%. I'm so down, and he was probably like, what the fuck? I wasn't expecting. I'm
It
like,
was a Kia Sorento.
maybe, and I'm just like, man, you fucking bitch. And I
Imagine-
just spat. I was like,
imagine-
it would have been all just lip, and it would have been fine. I would have
How
gone
many
this
times
way,
have you
not
spat
that.
on a man on the highway?
Never.
I've
That was
never
the
spat
first
on
time
a
I've
man
ever spat on anybody ever. I've been spat on twice. That was the second time. First time in hockey, beat the shit out of him.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Twice
yeah,
in
yeah.
my life, been spat on.
But what's the most disrespectful shit?
That's
you
exactly
can do?
right.
It's like, I'd rather be punched in the face than be
Yeah.
spat on.
Spat on is
During a
like,
pandemic,
Would
dude.
you rather be
Yeah.
back slapped or spat on?
what's backslap?
Like
If
bitch
someone
slap.
just does this to you?
Backslap.
Yeah.
If you get backslapped, you can kind of see it coming, and you know that like there's some honor behind that.
Is there though?
If you get spat on,
It's disrespect, but spitting on someone is like
spitting is like
that's real
Well,
bad.
over
it's
the
disrespect
barrel.
and it's like bitch as fuck.
yeah,
So-
like it's as bad as it gets.
yeah.
Well, the fact that he just did that, and I was like, you, and then I just fucking, I was so happy. It was instantly, it was like, oh yeah, and it just fucking bounced off the mirror and hit him. He was like looking at me, he's like, what now?
I can't believe.
And then they just left. I was
can't
like, yeah,
believe
you
you,
fucking
you
bitch.
sent a little gooey cruise missile across.
Well, he
the
fucking
line.
started it.
Good for
I would
you.
be 100%.
Want a piss war?
For sure would
I don't
understand.
even
Your
know.
first piss,
Is there
bud.
even any point in doing a recommendation now for me? I don't know.
I didn't even have one. That was it. for
I don't
me.
have one.
My rec, I changed it to put up or shut
I
up.
have one. I have one
Yeah.
comment. This morning I woke up 7:00 ish and went to the washroom. And your sister likes to leave the washroom while I got to take a pee because she says the pee splashes out of the bowl onto her feet. She doesn't like it. And
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I pee heavy, I guess. Anyway, so
Sure.
I say to her, she's like rinsing her mouth out after she spits her toothpaste out. You guys rinse your mouth out with water after you spit your toothpaste?
Mm-hmm.
And no.
I don't either.
Mm-hmm.
I don't either.
No.
I don't do that. And
No, I do toothpaste
yeah.
and I brush my teeth and then I do water on my toothbrush
Yeah.
and then I go over my teeth again with water.
I do
See, I-
that.
I
and
don't
then
do
rinse
that.
it out with
I don't do that.
Yeah.
I finish the toothpaste, I spit it, and I leave after that.
But also fine.
So I said to your sister today,
Grew up
right?
not wanting to swallow toothpaste.
I said that I said, hey, you rinse your toothpaste out. You're supposed to leave it on your teeth for a while. Or
You said
something-
this.
or something like that. Yeah, I'm like, you're supposed to leave it on your teeth for a while. She goes, you don't rinse your toothpaste out. That's probably why you're retarded. You've been swallowing toothpaste. It's 7:00.
Yeah.
It was 7 in the morning.
God,
And
yeah.
I thought about that all day.
You had a shit.
I thought about it all day. She's telling me to go get a recycling bin about how mad she is with this commentary my father's saying about the wedding invites. I'm like, I was like, you called me a reet earlier. You fucking dropped the reet on me at 7
for
a.m.
so zero
for
reasons.
no,
Like,
for no good reason.
it's like, oh.
That's why you're a retard. You
Oh,
didn't eat
You
toothpaste.
don't rinse the dishes out? That's why you're retarded.
You retard.
This, well, because there's like fluoride. in
Why are
toothpaste,
you
like,
pounding paste all day? You
That's
idiot.
probably why you're retarded.
So stupid.
That's
Swallowing
pretty simple.
toothpaste for fucking years.
Man, I don't know. So we haven't.
3 decades of swallowing toothpaste. This is what the product is.
So-
That's what happens.
I don't know. We gotta talk about that. I think at some point.
I think I'm glad that she's my sister.
I'm not surprised she's your sister after that comment.
That's the end of the fucking show. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, so. Peace.